the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Oh, here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning storm pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time. And those cars are going real fast and real fast, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now,
Right now.
it's Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern bite like on the 10-pound test. Smoke cess, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning stone pimp. Straight limping, booze farm drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain. Balloon filling, whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million talent and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block, I'm ready to rock left to right all night. My game's tight, I wish you might take a bite out of this here toxic, melodic, neurotic product, fresh from the harvest. Who be the largest, hardest, smartest label in town? Top dog,
Get down.
Radio won't play me, but still I got the kids around the world going Kid Rock crazy. And wicked witches be flying on broomsticks. Kid Rock be coming with the boom, boom, boom. Catch, I'm from the sticks, catch straight from the R.O. Kid Rock, I ain't no bitch. Yes, you are, ho. So quit frontin' like y'all don't know. When I step straight into the party with my homeboy Tino. Get a good look, bro. Get a good gander. I'm made in Detroit, but my name ain't Stanzler. Spreading like a cancer.
Hello. How we doing out there? Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Welcome to Senning Show. My name is John Senning. Appreciate you being here. 800-771-1025. I'm lonely right now. I'm all alone. Our good buddy Diz is out with car troubles. I think his car may be sitting underneath an overpass somewhere in the St. Petersburg region as we speak. And in a moment like this, I have to tell you my headphones stopped working as we were coming back or about to start the show, which is always a fun thing. I believe our beautiful, lovely JoJo is somewhere out there hopefully helping me and bringing me a pair of working headphones so I'll be able to listen to phone calls and hear my own voice and all of those things. If you'd like to join in the conversation, there's a few different ways that you could do it today. We love it when you stream live video at the 1025 The Bone YouTube page. You can get Senning Show. The little thing that you need to know if you're into watching the shows all day, or maybe you just started watching the shows all day, the stream changes every time a new show starts. So that may seem a little bit different or stressful that you have to log out and start over, but you'll get over it. And all you need to know is that when the next show starts, get up in there. So Senning Show is streaming live right now at the 1025 The Bone YouTube, and the chat room is open for business as well. So get on in there, say some nice things, say some mean things, whatever you like to do. We're trying to break the record of over 200 every single day, which we've been doing pretty consistently. And I have to say, I am at a point where I'm watching more stuff on YouTube than I think any other platform on any streaming device. I forever was probably a Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, all of those different things. And I've shared recently that for the life of me, I cannot get into TV shows. I cannot, whether it's an attention thing, whether it's just being too wired after the day thing, I cannot specifically during the week watch normal television shows anymore. So I'm often putting on YouTube, putting on podcast and things like that. So even if you listen a little bit in your car, it works to throw it on the TV later at night for just a little something in the background, get the news of the day, get a couple chuckles out of it. And yeah, it's a great option for entertainment. I'm holding, just to give everybody a proper peek behind the curtain, I'm holding my finger on my headphone so that I can hear myself and or hear the phone simultaneously. Somebody was on the line already, so let's check in real quick. Senning Show, first caller of the day. What's up? Who's this?
What's going on, dude? It's Everett.
Everett, what's up, dog? How you doing? I'm drowning over here, man. I'm alone and I don't have headphones that work, so I can hear about 45% of everything you say.
And you don't got the best hearing anyway, so this is really bad for you.
I know. We're in for the fight of our life right now. What's going on, buddy?
I was actually calling to talk about, I was listening to Vibe Check the other day.
Oh, yes. We haven't talked about that enough. I have to say, great way to organically mention that. Drew and I do a podcast, and we don't have a set schedule or anything like that. And I think we've only mentioned this new episode maybe once or twice. But we did a new episode, that's Drew Garabo and myself, of the Vibe Check, where we kind of talked about the Beach Bash. And then Drew told a story that I had not heard yet that was absolutely captivating. And it's funny. I went out into the yard the other day, and my wife was like doing some gardening, and she was cracking up. She was laughing so hard. And I tapped her on the shoulder. I said, "What are you listening to?" She goes, "I'm listening to Drew tell this story on the Vibe Check." And it's a really, really good episode. But what caught your ear?
Yeah, it was funny. I do want to start out with saying that I can tell when you're on the radio 5 days a week, like you got to fight off the demons hard. Yeah. Like, I don't know if people understand how hard you have to work when you're on radio, because when you're on the podcast, you're a naughty boy. You like to curse a lot.
Oh yeah, there's something to it. I think it's that's probably closer to reality, and I don't know if I'd call it a skill or just a proper filter. But there is something you definitely have to do to not say all of those things that you will hear on the podcast, which that's part of the price admission too. People want to hear you curse. People want to hear us be naughty.
The funny thing is, I was listening to you cursing. In my head, I'm going, it was making me nervous. I was like, oh my God, I hope he doesn't do this on the radio one day. He's gonna ruin his show. But
no, we're gonna stay alive. We're gonna be okay.
All right. So the thing I want to talk about, you guys, that was a funny story that Drew talked about. But you talked about ChatGPT and how great it is, and which I totally agree. It is awesome, all the stuff it could do. But I think there's one thing we're giving it credit for that really it shouldn't get credit. Everyone's like, you ask it a question and it instantly gives you an answer. If you remember 10 years ago, that was Google. Back then, you'd ask Google a question, it would just give you the answer. Now, it gives you 22 websites. You got to read articles, and it's all money-based, and that's why they do that. But that was Google 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the evolution. It's the evolution of technology, and I think you're right. And I also think that it played the same kind of bad role that ChatGPT is starting to play, in that people will just not learn things. An entire generation didn't really need to know a bunch of things because they could just type it into Google and it would be right there. So it's good and bad. And I'm not sure which one will ultimately take over more, the evil side of AI and ChatGPT, or the good side that kind of, helps and it really can help you do anything on Earth. It's just, I don't know if that outweighs the bad that it could potentially do my hero, Drew Garabo. Thank you so much. Dude, what a thing as the show starts and I have no way of hearing anything. What a moment. Everett, filibuster for 5 seconds while I plug in my headphones.
John, I was hoping to God, when you said, oh, thank God Drew is here, I was hoping you would just hang up on me. Like, I don't need Everett anymore. Click.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Now we can start the show. Okay, here we go. Oh, man, that was, dude, just to let everybody know, I was freaking the F out. That was borderline, like the nightmare you have where you're waiting tables or doing your job and nothing is working because I could hear barely what you were saying. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. There was the story that came out, I think, right along that we might have even mentioned on the podcast about about them having to give AI, ChatGPT, an evil vaccine where they had to pump it full of evil thoughts so that it knew. Now everybody's running to my aid. Thank you so much, Joe. You're the best. Somebody did just bring me some too, so thank you. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you. So it would kind of know what was evil and what it shouldn't talk about. And you saw yesterday they had to ban the Grok account, the account for the X Twitter AI. They had to ban that account because it was giving answers to questions that were outside of the scope of what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have some hiccups, and it's all going to burn to the ground, but we should enjoy it. And John, I was so hoping you were going to hang the phone up when you said, "Oh, Drew's here," and just hung up on me. I was like, that would have been perfect. Like, I don't need him anymore. Click.
No, you have been here for me when I've needed you. So for that, I will always be grateful. I'll always be grateful.
All right.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Have a good show.
Love you. Goodbye. Thank you. That was scary for a second. Shout out to everybody who's active in the chat room right now. Ray Decker, Jesse Allen, Felix, Mark, Phil Tom 2112. That feels like a new face in there. But ultimately, getting back to what we were touching on in the beginning before my headphones completely failed me, was the invent of YouTube and how I think so many more people, especially the younger generation, are getting the majority of their of their content from there. So no matter what it is, I mean, you could find a movie if you wanted, you could find all sorts of things, but when it comes to certain podcasts, I'm big on Bad Friends. We watch that every Monday night. We almost have a YouTube schedule in our house. We watch that, and then in the Vroom Vroom world, we've been watching Denny Hamlin's podcast every single Monday, which, you know, I know not everybody knows the inner workings of NASCAR and what's going on there, but there's a fun conversation to be had about the fact that NASCAR drivers can trash the sport in which they are in more than any other athlete or anybody else in any other sport. And you see it on all these podcasts, but Denny Hamlin specifically trashes the point system, trashes the car, trashes, the tracks that they race on. And that's entertaining as well. And, the Kill Tonys of the world, Harlan Williams has got a great podcast. So I just find myself spending a lot more time on YouTube when I would have been streaming stuff. And you should be doing the same. And you can do it with the Bone YouTube every single night when you get home. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Max.
Mac or Max?
Max.
What up?
What up? I just had to call in. I'm sorry, that last guy, I have a Google app, and if I look up something on Google, it tells me the answer. It's the opposite of what he said. I don't know what this guy's talking about. And two, I'm also part of the younger generation, and, I don't know, maybe if, more, legitimate news sources were more transparent and not focused on money and stuff. How is that our fault? How is that our fault for absorbing the other media when the media of the older generations is just not transparent and they don't want to be?
Yeah,
they literally just don't want to be.
Well, I don't know. I feel like you feel like it feels like somebody's arguing with you, but I think it's a good thing. I think the fact that, are you talking about in reference to the fact that I said more young people are going to YouTube and getting their content and their stuff from there? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because we have to, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it wasn't. I don't know if I had a tone there, but there was no tone.
No, you didn't.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good. Yeah, and I hope more people on the older generations catch on too. We can't just be watching CNN and thought that we need transparency, guys. We need a little transparency. We all deserve the transparency at this point.
Transparency, you're absolutely right. I feel like you felt like you wanted to fight or argue or something, and I didn't really take you down that road very much. But you're right, and that's why all this stuff works. You're making it seem like that's the tip of the iceberg, dude. These podcasts and all of this stuff on YouTube are getting double, quadruple the amount of views that the news is getting on any major network, cable network, any given night of the week. I saw some numbers yesterday about Megyn Kelly's podcast compared to the numbers of Fox News on a daily basis, double a day. So I mean that ship has kind of sailed. In regards to the the Google v AI. I think Everett's point was just that was our version of AI then. Now people do all the things they need to do through AI when we were doing as much as we could before with Google. Dude, shout out to the homie. Shout out to the big homie, Austin Walker from California, right from LA in the chat room on YouTube. Thanks for being there, buddy. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world. But delving a little bit back into why Dizzy is not here, and I don't know what he wanted me to share and what he didn't want me to share, but he has major car issues, which I think he saw coming from a mile away. And I guess it probably depends on what's going on in your life. Diz makes no secrets about the fact that he's part-time here, and it's a transitional period, I guess you could say. So not that anybody in radio is swimming in the big bucks, but it's just an underrated thing that can not ruin your life, but ruin your week, ruin your month, and be a hard thing to come back from when you have car troubles. So shout out to Diz. I think my buddy Gary at Awesome Automotive is helping him out. I hope that's what's happening. We were talking on the phone for a second, but it brought the connection that I was to a conversation I was having yesterday when everything was flooding on 4th Street on Friday night, and you look and you see 3 or 4 cars that are completely underwater, and you go, those people's, again, their life is not ruined, but if you pay your bills every month and there's not much left over, losing your entire car is a big deal. And to the people that have their car flooded, and to Diz, you will rebuild. You absolutely will rebuild. I feel like I went through a period of time, and I don't know if it's the type of cars that I was buying. I had my first car ever was a Ford Explorer that was a hand-me-down. I got it as a gift on my 16th birthday. And then my second car was the Oldsmobile Aurora, which I loved so much. And looking back on it now, it was a grandma car, would have been an understatement. But I think that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a place where I could, chill with the homies. And it was a very big boat of a car, all leather. I still feel like I can smell the air freshener that I put in my car the first day that I got it. Rode that to Florida from Michigan. At the time, it was probably on its last gasp because I remember we had no air conditioning. We made the trip from Michigan to Florida with the windows rolled down the whole way. And then sometime after that, This is proof that I've never been a car guy. And I think as I get a little bit older, I know what I want, and my next vehicle will absolutely be a truck. That's just decided. It will happen. But I remember when I got that first car in Florida, it was in Tavares, Florida, and the guys were great. It was I think it was a Chevy dealership in Tavares, Florida, and they were nice enough. And I don't know if I was desperate or I just didn't give a damn, but if you needed any proof that I am not and was not a car guy, my choices between the 2 cars that I was looking at before I pulled the trigger was a silver Pontiac Grand Am, which I don't know if people think those are cool or not. I don't know that they're cool, or a PT Cruiser, and I ended up going with the Pontiac Grand Am, which I rode for many years. You've heard us tell the story lately of the elite sticker of my secret gang that was on the back of that car, and I rode that. I think I rode that into the ground until I entered the RAV world, and I've been driving a RAV for probably the last 11 or 12 years, and they say it happens to be a thing. These Toyotas, they don't die, and I've now been driving 2 RAVs back to back. And I think I've had 1 or 2 major instances, knock on wood, because it's a bummer when your car doesn't work out. So if you are a car person and you want to hit up Dizzy in the DMs, like I said, I don't know exactly what his situation is right now. I don't know how far down the road he is on getting it fixed, but if you feel like you could help a brother out, absolutely do so. At Dizzy for Mayor. You can hit me up at the John Senning. And I was just thinking about cars and thinking about all of the cars that we've had through our life as a family. And my mom, we always grew up with not nice cars per se, but you could tell what kind of car my mom liked, because we had, much like my Oldsmobile Aurora, we had these giant boats of vehicles. And dude, we had the Riviera for a long period of time. In that car almost killed my brother. I don't know any other nice way to say it. I'm fairly certain I've had to have told this story over the years, but it's a core memory in my life and truly for this vehicle. But I was 6 years old. My brother was 3 years old. And we had went grocery shopping with my mom. And we got back from the grocery store. My elementary school buddy, his name was Tony McGregor. Shout out to Tony. He was with us. And my, at that time, kind of baby brother, 3-year-old brother, was in the car with us as well. We went grocery shopping. We came back home. My mom is taking the groceries inside the house. My brother stays in the car. And we get out of the car, and I remember we're walking down like our side yard, and I hear this loud thud and this boom. And what had happened was my 3-year-old brother, my mom went inside to take the groceries into the house, and I'm not sure for a fact. I don't know how old cars used to work. I don't know if the keys were in it or they weren't in it, but he pulled it into neutral, and this car starts rolling. Our driveway was long and it was on an incline. Starts rolling towards the busy ass road. It starts rolling, and my brother at 3 years old decides to jump out of the vehicle. Well, when he goes to jump out of the vehicle, he gets stuck in the door, and the driver's side tire pretty much runs over his body. And so I'm 6 years old. I come running from the backyard. My mom's car is on the other side of the road in the ditch, and my 3-year-old brother is lying in the middle of the driveway. And we had a big farm across the street, and they were working on the farm, and one of the farmers ran over, and I just remember him screaming, "Go get your mom, go get your mom, go get your mom." And being young and naive, I'm 6 years old, I'm like kind of looking at my brother, and he's not moving or saying anything or doing anything. And I remember telling the guy, like, well, he must be okay because he's not crying. And spoiler alert, that was not the case. He was not okay. And he wasn't crying because he was probably in shock and or unconscious at the time. And I just remember, and I was having this conversation with my dad a couple weeks ago when they were here about how bad it really was. And it was bad, but really what they ultimately ended up telling them was that if this car had been, an inch to the left, an inch to the right, it would have probably killed him, which is a morbid thing to think about or tell the story of. But it's a core memory of my life. I was 6 years old, still traumatized me to this day. And when I think of old cars in the Riviera that we had, it's the first thing that comes to mind. So I don't believe you could do that in a car today. I think there are mechanisms unless you left the keys inside. But it's fun. Well, it's funny, not funny, because I think I mentioned yesterday that because I wasn't going to school enough in the second grade, I think the truancy officers had to come and visit the house, and they were like, "What are you doing? Why aren't your kids going to school, or why isn't your kid going to school?" I also think when my brother ran himself over with the car, I think we had to have I think my dad told me that the CPS people had to come around and were asking questions about why did you let your kid run himself over with the car? So he's okay now. He's doing great. He's alive. He's got kids. Everybody can, as troublesome as the story was, everybody could take a deep breath. 800-771-1025. We touched on a story yesterday in the joints that is, I don't know what direction to go with it, other than I think it's an underrated danger to stop on the side of the road for anything ever. If you get a flat tire on the side of the road, you may not really grasp the fact that your life is in danger, just because anything can happen on the road. Now, when you do something on your own free will and you get out of the car and for whatever reason on the side of any road, let alone an interstate, you're taking on a certain risk. That being said, I'm an animal lover. I can appreciate somebody who wants to help out an animal. But what this woman did up in the Weeki Wachee area, I really wish I knew more. And if there's anybody that knows more about this specific intersection, I'd love to talk to him to get a better idea of like how dangerous this spot really is. But a Spring Hill woman was hit and killed by a vehicle on Sunday night when troopers said she got out of a vehicle to help an injured possum in the road. So this is a 31-year-old Spring Hill man was traveling on Hexham Road, with his wife when she got out to check on the possum. And I don't know how that, if I'm looking through it, if I can try to grasp what's happening in the car. She's like, babe, we got to stop. And he was probably like, no, it's just a possum. And she's like, babe, stop the car. I'm checking on this possum. She gets out to check on the possum at her, just before 10 p.m. And that's when a 19-year-old who was coming through in a Chrysler 300 hit the woman who was checking on the possum in the road. And I'm just not sure you can have as warm of a heart as you want, but I'm just not sure that getting out of the car to check on. That being said, though, if it's a dog, I'm stopping. And that's pretty much what I said yesterday. If it's a dog, I'm stopping. I feel like even if if it looks like something is suffering, not that I'm man enough to be the one to take it out of its misery, I still feel like I would want to stop the car. 800-771-1025. Welcome to Senning Show. You're live on the air.
Hey, good afternoon, John. This is Edward.
Edward, what's up, buddy?
Well, I want to thank you for gifting my lovely wife, Maria, last week with Kesha tickets. I usually go to rock shows, but this was a good change, and it was all three acts were very entertaining.
Wait, what show? You went to the Grunge Fest.
No, Kesha.
Oh, to Kesha. I'm sorry. Who else was there other than Kesha?
It was Rose Gray, and she was good. And then the Scissor Sisters, they haven't performed for 13 years in the USA. They were there, and they were really entertaining. And then Kesha played till like midnight.
Oh,
really? It was her last show.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've seen mixed reviews about the Kesha performance. So I'm glad to know that you went and had a great time. Good thing your lady won. So thank you for calling in. I like hearing the after stories. We give away all these tickets, and very rarely do we hear what kind of night it was. So thank you for checking in, buddy.
Right. Hey, can I say something else?
Sure.
So about cars, I'm definitely not a car guy. My last three cars, I had a Dodge Caravan for 13 years. And then after that, a Dodge Ram pickup truck for 18 years. And now I just bought last year a 4-year-old Dodge Ram and hope to have that for another 15 years.
It's funny you bring that up, and I appreciate the call, because for the longest time, a red Dodge Ram was, when I was like a teenage kid, I thought that was my dream car. I don't know for a fact that it is anymore, but for the longest time, if you would have asked a 13-year-old me what my dream car was, I would tell you I ought to be driving a big ass red Dodge Ram. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Mary.
Hey, Mary, what's going on today?
Just working and listening.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of both.
I can tell you a little bit about Hexham. I can't tell you about the accident.
Oh yeah, more so just that road, because I was. When you think about getting out of the car and stopping an animal or, helping an animal, like most people would never think to do that on a busy interstate. So I'm just curious, like if this road at the time probably felt safer than it was.
Hexham is very dark. It's pretty rural. And it's almost like a racetrack.
Oh, no. Just meaning people are always going fast on that road?
Absolutely. And again, it's because it's so rural.
Yeah, that's tough. And I would imagine because of that, you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around and you can stop. And would you stop and help a hurt possum in the road, Mary?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, a possum. What about a dog?
If it was off of the road, maybe.
Middle of the road? Maybe not.
Yeah, not in the middle of the road. I would get help for it, but I wouldn't stop.
Fair enough. I appreciate you giving me some insight on that area, Mary.
Sure. Have a good day.
Have a great day. Thank you so much. 800-771-1025. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, Mr. John, this is Brent. I live in Weeki Wachee / Spring Hill.
Oh, so you might know this area a little bit.
I don't know the actual intersection, but the gopher tortoises are constantly in the middle of the road, and I've stopped to move them to the other side of the road. A possum, no, I'm not going to do that.
Wait. So you stop for a tortoise but not a possum? Now it just feels like you're picking favorites.
Oh, I'm picking favorites.
Dude, those gopher tortoises, when I see them, it is still very fascinating to me. I've seen them, I think, maybe just 3 or 4 times, but something about their big-ass shell and the way they move around and are always digging, they're pretty damn cool, and I understand why you'd stop for them. But show a little love to a possum.
Sir, and I would stop for a cat or a dog that is wounded, but...
and what is a possum other than a gopher tortoise without a shell, really, buddy?
Well, I have possums in my backyard.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way. The headphones are working. If you see Dizzy somewhere on the side of the road in St. Petersburg under an overpass, stop and help him out. Or just hit him up in the DMs. I haven't gotten an update on his situation. We're going to delve into that thing coming up next. And I'm looking for people who have won the lotto, whether it's a big-ass winning scratch on a scratch-off ticket or you just hit on a Powerball, and how it affected your life, if it affected your life at all. Because you hear these stories of the curse of the lotto. And I don't know if that's exactly what happened here, but this is an update to a story from a few months ago about a lotto winner who pretty much lost his damn mind at a resort in St. Petersburg. Got some tantalizing audio for you. And we'll give away some prizes. I don't know, does it make sense to give away prizes to people who already won prizes? Huh. We'll still do it. Next, more Senning Show.
I'm just out here catching feelings, man. I'm feeling right. Sexual healing in that moment.
Change is always happening. It's part of our life. It is all around us. Movies, music, they get rebooted, rewritten, remixed. In this day and age, the classics are all new again. Even our taste in music can change with the seasons. But no matter how much things change in the next 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same, and that's the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing a 5-year price guarantee. It means you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best equipment included for a price that's going to stay exactly the same. If you're surprised, that's a good thing. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Lock it in and learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. If you're on hold, hang tight. I'll take your calls after the break.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
Under state law, a business has a duty to keep you safe on their property. Our responsibility is to protect you when they don't. If you've had a slip and fall accident, call Farah and Farah. We're here to help you up. Tampa.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A Tampa Bay and Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com to save $15 on tickets, courtesy of Morgan & Morgan. Visit website for restrictions and details. Coming to Emily Arena this weekend. Lock in your seats today.
At the Original Mattress Factory, you'll often hear us say we can't fit our quality in a box. Our customers feel the same way. Here's what an actual OMF customer had to say.
I recently purchased a bed-in-a-box mattress and returned it a month later. I replaced it with a bed from the Original Mattress Factory, and I am beyond thrilled. Don't bother with any of the online mattress brands. Go to OMF and you'll be in great hands. My only regret is not going there sooner.
Come see our quality firsthand at the Original Mattress Factory.
Avoid the stress of listing your home on the market and sell your home fast for all cash with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. And don't worry about repainting your scuffed up walls or fixing your leaky faucet. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market. Receive an all cash offer and close in as little as 21 days. There are no showings, no open houses, and no costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate makes selling your home stress free. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Fence Outlet customer Jean said,
Fence Outlet made the process easy. The team was very detailed. My fence was done right by getting all the needed permitting and finding my property pins. I've had so many compliments on my new fence.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new Pilot for just $399 per month. New Passports just $329 per month. Or get a new HRV for an incredible $149 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Visit BrandonHonda.com to get your best price and payments right online. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-279-1222 for more information.
Time is almost up. John Senning from my friends at Solar Bear. Yes, the federal solar tax credit is going away this year. This isn't a scare tactic. It's reality. The government incentive that makes going solar more affordable is being phased out. But you've still got time to lock in the full credit if you act right now. They'll handle everything fast, clean, and more affordable than ever because Solar Bear is giving no payments for 12 months. Do not wait until it's too late. Beat the deadline, save thousands, and power your home the smart way. Call Solar Bear today or visit solarbear.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us for a premiere night watch party for the new season of Hard Knocks Training Camp with the Buffalo Bills. New episodes Tuesdays at 9 p.m. exclusively on HBO Max. Win an NFL Shop gift card courtesy of Hard Knocks Training Camp with the Buffalo Bills at theboneonline.com.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa. Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2,
do. You know what to do.
This is my second half of summer anthem. Listened to it 500 times in about 4 days. New music from Zach Bryan and Kings of Leon. I do feel like that everybody kind of got the Kings of Leon thing wrong a little bit. I think that they had a couple pop hits. They kind of got the same rap as like a John Mayer, where people just thought they were pop people when really they were great artists that ended up having success on pop radio. But the chorus really hits me. Crank it up.
You pick the wrong one if you're in it for the long run. 'Cause I got the passion, but I don't give it away. But when the time's right, I'm a hell of a good night. And I make you burn bright as the heat of the day.
800-771-1025. I'm hoping to hear from some people that have won the lotto or won money from a scratch off or some variation of it. They'll let me know how it changed your life. First, I got to give a shout out to my friends at Wild Fork Foods, the place that supplies my home. I say supplies, like I go there and I buy it, where I get all of my protein. I for so long, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but there are so many different ground beefs out there, whether it be the mix of the fat content, or now they've got kind of bougie pattied up meat from the store that you can get. And I'm always just figuring out what is the exact blend that is going to make the perfect burger. And even Wild Fork has, I think, 5 or 6 different variations. I'm now locked in on the ground Wagyu from Wild Fork. I believe it's an 80-20 blend. Whether I'm doing tacos, sloppy joes, burgers, whatever it is, I go with the ground Wagyu. But they really have everything that you need. If you're looking for the standard ground beef, chicken breast, pot roast type stuff, they've got it at unbelievable prices. You want wild game, they've got it. Sides, seasonings, fruits, veggies, smoothie boosters, seafood. You can order online and get it delivered right to your home. Order online and pick it up in store. But I'm suggesting if it's your first time, get in there. Check it out. Locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Pete. Keep it tuned because we got big stuff coming up soon with Wild Fork. WildForkFoods.com. So if you're on hold already, hang tight because I want to set this up and tell the story. And I'm pretty sure that we touched on it at some point shortly after it happened. But the way that news is reported is you kind of get this first rush of a story and they give you a little bit. And then later on, you get more of the details. And a newly released video showed exactly what happened as a new Powerball jackpot winner from Kentucky had a bad run-in with the Pinellas County deputies last April. According to an arrest affidavit, James Farthing, he's 50. I will just say, I don't think James listens to this show, but if anybody knows James, sexy older gentleman. I don't know any other way to put it. This dude is he's jacked. His body is tatted in cool ways. He's a total, I don't know what you'd call him. I don't know if he'd be a bear or an otter or just a zaddy. Either way, very handsome, muscular 50-year-old gentleman from Kentucky was at the Island Grand at Tradewinds when he got into a fight with another man. Body cam video shows a deputy rushing to separate the two men, restraining the other combatant. That's when Farthing tried to kick the other man. Dude, this is straight out of the pages of WWE. I mean, we've seen it a million times. I mean, Hulk Hogan holding Tito Santana so that the Macho Man can give him a big elbow to the forehead, and then right at the last minute, Tito Santana ducks out of the way. Macho Man, boom, hits the Hulkster. It was very much like that because the other guy got out of the way, and this dude kicked the deputy in the face, according to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. And then after handcuffing the other combatant who was not charged in the incident, they go to get the guy who did the kicking in the face, the lotto winner. They put him up against the wall. Like, okay, put your hands up. Get on the wall. At that point, he tries to run away. And I have the audio, which I don't know if it works quite as well without the video. But when I tell you that this has got to be one of the greatest takedowns in the history of police work, the double backside Willie taser into one of the most perfect tackles you've seen off of a football field. And here's the audio from the incident. I'll kind of explain it as it goes.
You kidding me? No, get on the ground. He's 12, step it up. I just got kicked.
I don't know why they released this video. We have no footage of the kick to the face. I know that it's not like we deserved it or anything, but if you're going to put it out, why not give us the juicy part?
Okay, you calm down. Put your hands behind your back right now.
Dude, this guy, he looks like he is a mix between a professional wrestler and an MMA fighter. He is completely tatted all over his body. He's got this gray goatee. He looks, I don't know what he looks like, but he looks pretty cool. I can't deny it.
Put your hands behind your back and get against the wall. Against the wall.
So he, at this exact moment, decides that it's a good idea to run, which I don't know where he's going to run. He's in the lobby of a hotel. He decides to run, and that's when we get just an ultimate display of police work with the taser being hit, and then the other officer that's waiting just by the door hits this dude with just a classic, whether it's a football tackle or a double leg takedown, just unbelievable form.
Who else? The female. Taser deployed. Sorry, man.
Now, this guy, and I don't want to be, I don't want to prejudge the guy. Like, he looks like he's lived a certain style of life no matter what. Like, no matter whether he won the lotto or not. And they have a picture of him with his mom and I think his girlfriend or wife with a $167.3 million check. So wait, am I doing the math right here? Did this happen? Stand by. I think this happened the day after they picked up the check. If my calculations are correct. Yes, April 29th. He picked up the check. The photo here was taken on April 28th. Farthing, who won and split. Oh, man, this guy, not only handsome, he's got a good heart. He split the $167.3 million Powerball jackpot prize with his mother. He then was also charged with resisting an arrest without violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, battery, and he was on parole. His 42-year-old girlfriend, who told deputies that her name was Jacqueline Fightmaster, that's ironic, was charged with disorderly intoxication. Court records show that Farthing pled not guilty to the alleged crime. So I don't know for a fact that this guy got turned bad or he was feeling some sort of way because he won the $167.3 million. But there is, they've done documentaries. There's been stories. I always forget the guy's name, but there's the I don't want to say legendary. There's the folklore, but it's true, about the guy out in Lakeland who won all the money, and then he was trying to help everybody and their brother. He bought a big house, and I think his girlfriend ended up killing him. A lot of people get into drugs and alcohol, and they just don't know what to do. There was a guy, man, if somebody can remember this kid's name, I'd love to know. I'd love to know what he's up to right now. There was a kid that I want to say was maybe from Polk or Pasco County, and he won a giant lotto sum, and I was following him for a bit, and it was almost like he was living my lottery dream because it felt like all he was doing was partying with his boys and going to all of the UFC and the WWE pay-per-views. And I cannot for the life of me remember his name. I bet you Drew might remember him. Drew, if you're still in the chat, 1025 The Bone YouTube page, by the way, get up in there. The chat is popping today. I will absolutely say thank you to everybody who's in there. It is popping. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this? Hello. You've been waiting for
Hello?
me. Oh, hi. Who's this?
Hi, John. This is Tanya from Wesley Chapel.
Hey, Tanya. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, holding it down. I was mortified for a moment because my headphones weren't working and I got really scared and, I was in here by myself and things were a little stressful, but I believe I've completed a full bounce back. But other than that, everything's going really good today.
It's because you got a good team behind you.
Yeah, I don't know if you're joking when you said, well, Drew and JoJo both did jump into action to bring me headphones. So, yeah, that is true. They were there for me. Thank you.
Oh.
What's on your mind today?
So, yeah, I was 11 when my family won the lottery, so I don't know if this really counts towards me or not.
Oh, this counts.
I did.
This counts, and it's almost more intriguing because I'm very curious to know what it was like. How much money was it?
Well, it was in Arizona, and it was $1.4 million, and which was a lot of money. This is like 30-some years ago, so it was quite some time. And it was an exciting moment, but I tell you what, by the time I was 15 years old, I was living on my own.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. So if I may ask, what was the family situation like before the $1 million, over $1 million? Were you guys wealthy? Were you poor? Were you middle class? Like, what was the living situation before you guys won the money?
I would say we were a typical blue collar family, middle class.
And then, do you remember how it all went down? Was it a Powerball? Was it a scratch off? How and who won the million?
Yeah, it was a nightly drawing. It was my mom and my stepdad, and they were laying in bed, and we kids were supposed to be asleep, and all of a sudden we heard them screaming, and a lot of excitement went through the house that evening.
Wow! So was there a party phase? Because I'd imagine even back then with the taxes and such, it ended up being not all of that, maybe half of that, or a little bit more than half of it. But was there a party phase? Like, do you remember a period of time where you guys were doing cool things and buying fun toys and all that?
Definitely. There was a lot of shopping immediately afterwards. It was on Labor Day weekend, and we did not wait for the offices to open. My parents immediately went to the car lot and
oh my gosh,
with just the lottery ticket.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds about right. And I think that's what most people do. But you said a year later you were living on your own. I mean, I don't know how much you want to talk about the dirty details, but what happened?
Well, 4 years later.
4 years later.
It's pretty sad when when you win the lottery. It brings the interesting family members and out of the woodwork, and that can kind of put a wrench in the entire situation. And so drugs and family members came in the picture, and that took over. And then I was on my own since I was 15 because of it.
So when you look back on it, like, it was a bad thing, like it kind of broke up your family. Was there already some issues, or do you look back on it and go, that money changed everything?
As a child, I didn't know that there were issues, but now as an adult, looking back, there were definitely issues that came to surface more once we did win the lottery. Wow. And then my mom and my stepdad ended up getting a divorce, and then they split it, and then taxes took over with the new tax laws, and not much was left over. But when I was in 8th grade, I came home from school, and my mom had just decided to up and leave, and
Let it shine like before. I've never been sure, but I've never been so sure. Baby, come and relieve me. I wanna see you today. Maybe come for the evening, and tomorrow we can spend the day. Baby, come and relieve me. I wanna see.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. You can win a cabin on Calta Cruise 19. Visit Stingray Chevrolet and scan the QR code on the Calta Cruise display to enter. While you're there, find the vehicle that's right for you from their selection of new and used cars. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Mobile service is here at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We come to you at your home or office. That means you can save even more time and money with your next service experience with no more wait times. We'll come at your convenience to your home or office. Then we'll perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. See just how easy and convenient it can be for yourself. Schedule a mobile service with Jerry Ohm today online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm Country.
See dealer for complete details.
Looking for top quality fencing in Florida? Fence Outlet has been the state's fencing expert for over 30 years. With 8 convenient locations, we offer a wide variety of styles and colors to enhance your property's security and curb appeal. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me, your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television, for going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits starts at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/radio. forhers.com/radio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
It's time to take advantage of Zero Res Carpet Cleaning's back to school BOGO sale. For a limited time, when you get 2 rooms of carpet cleaned, you'll get 2 rooms cleaned for free. You heard that right. When you get 2 rooms of carpet cleaned, mention my name, Galvin, and you'll get 2 rooms cleaned for free. Zero Res understands that every dollar counts these days. Save big with their back-to-school BOGO special. Get 2 rooms, get 2 rooms free. Use promo code BOGO at ZeroResTampaBay.com. ZeroRes, all they leave is clean.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Summer's here. Get ready for backyard barbecues, trips to the pool, and COVID-19.
That's right. COVID isn't taking this summer off and can actually spread year-round. I'm Dr. Simone Wiles, and as an infectious disease expert, I know my patients are often surprised by this fact. They don't expect COVID to strike in the summer and derail their plans, but guess what? It can. COVID can be unpredictable and quickly turn serious, especially for those who are 50 plus or have certain underlying medical conditions. The good news is that if you start feeling sick or test positive, you don't need to wait it out. Prescription medications exist to treat COVID for certain people. If you catch COVID this summer, don't delay. Ask your doctor if prescription medication is right for you. Learn more at Pfizerforall.com/COVID-19.
This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Yo.
Sick and tired of hearing all these people talk about.
Welcome back to Senning Show. Do you have to go? Do you have to go find out if it's working, John Brennan? Because I think a State of the Union would be prudent.
Yeah. So I don't know how much of it was impacted because I just heard inside our office, which we have a different radio station for every different day.
We do.
And it was dead. There was nothing on.
No.
So I think our fearless tech leaders though. Got us back.
Everything's
online.
It seems like everything's okay. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Minimal.
Yeah.
Minimally evasive to your midday.
Okay. Good. I saw your stress level for a minute peaking, which then made me stress. But I think everything's okay. Everything okay?
I feel like I should have been like more higher on the hierarchy to know. I feel like I walked out of my office and everyone's like scrambling around and it's dead quiet, and I was like just enjoying my drink and like, hey,
But
what's
also
everybody
that's
doing out
good.
here?
Let them come to you when there's, and they can't fix it.
Yeah, nobody knocked, so I guess
That
it
was
couldn't have
good.
been that bad.
I just thought it was YouTube. I had the YouTube video on, and sometimes it'll cut out.
Yeah.
So I just like refreshed my YouTube page. I'm like, that's weird. Usually it comes back on.
And there is something too. I don't know how we try to catch lightning in a bottle, but when we went off the air, the YouTube numbers spiked significantly. So I don't know how we can capitalize on crashing the radio station without actually having to crash the radio station, because it popped to like almost 250 when
Intrigue.
Yeah, so if we can just find a way to do that without actually bringing the whole radio station down.
Is it hot in here?
I'm always hot. I'm always sweating every single day. I need to change clothes by the time I'm done, but I always
It's you, baby. It's you.
I think it's that window.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Hey, I'm not trying to be an old school John Brennan ballbuster Rush back in the day.
Are you gonna? No,
But sorry.
Are you gonna make me shut?
No,
the window?
you're comfortable.
I have to have the window.
Okay. It's like it's.
Do you get
more of like
claustrophobic?
No, it's like a one with nature type thing.
Well, it's
like,
a little bit of that, but it also like trying to be in here and be creative and have fun in a black room where you can't see any light or life feels counterproductive. So I just like that little glimmer of life that I can see through the window. The sky is blue, the trees are green. It's nice.
I totally get it. Like it was never an argument out of not understanding the mental state. It was more of like the technical side of it.
Yeah, but listen,
But
I
now
mean,
I'm hot.
Yeah, but also, what difference does it make? There's no real videographer. Like,
Well, not anymore. Now it doesn't make as
open
much
all
of
the
a
windows. Who cares?
I don't know if you heard me say this, but I had a dream. I had a dream that all of these windows were open. Like nothing was to the dream other than it was me doing the show, and it was just so full of natural light and color.
Do you want me
and
to open
brightness.
them all for
No,
you?
No. We don't have to do all of that. But it just, I don't know why I said that other than I tried to do it the other day, and then I realized a lot of these blinds are broken.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I think we need a little bit more of an investment of like maybe some automated blinds.
I'm sure
But
that's in the
again, before we, back when it was Bone TV and the old school cameras and all, I think technology's going so fast. Hey, shocker. It's like, I feel like such an old man. I'm looking at myself.
You know what? You
I
old
look
whippersnappers.
like a dad. I'm like the most.
You are
dad right
a
now.
dad, but you're in the perfect dad lane. Like you're just dad enough.
Yes.
Like I feel like I could be a high school teacher working car line right
dude,
now.
you give major gym teacher vibes.
Gym teacher?
Yeah.
I feel like
I
I'm
was
more
going to say
like
like
a
a science.
like a geeky.
I was going to say math or science.
No, you've got like the gym teacher vibe that also coaches girls volleyball.
That's not. I don't think that's the vibe that you want.
Well, I mean,
you look like you don't do this, but you look like you could coach.
No, I'm just saying.
High school volleyball.
I'm just saying you've got like that coolness about you that says I'm sporty and I'm not old, but I'm I can still do things. And I thought it was a compliment. When
Well,
I said
thank
it.
you. No, I definitely feel like you're saying I'm.
I was
going to
say you look like
face.
you're one of those guys from the Progressive commercials.
What do they do?
Oh, like the flow, one of the flow.
Wait, is it?
nerds.
It's not Progressive. What's the one with the? Oh, when you're becoming
Jake
your
from State
parents.
Farm?
No, when you're becoming your parents.
Yes,
There's a little bit of that.
I'm
too.
definitely that.
There's a little bit of that. Well, thank you
Okay,
for keeping us
I got
alive
it.
and
I'm
everything's
out.
great.
You're an angel.
Thank you.
Stay cool in here. It's a little warm.
Yeah, I do apologize.
Stay cool.
I didn't know that was why it might be getting warm in here was because of that. But maybe I like that too. I mean, I'm a sauna guy. I like to feel my pores moving.
You do.
I like to feel my sweat flowing. I like
Do you
to
want
know.
me to try to open some more windows?
No.
for you?
I'm very happy with I've got a little sliver behind me and I've got that sliver there.
I mean, it's
So-
not affecting anything. I don't think it makes it look bad or anything.
I don't know, but I also know that when I tried to do this one, which
Well,
is
yeah,
well
a lot
documented,
of them.
I broke it.
A lot of them are broken.
By the way, dude, how about the just because I like to share all.
Share it.
Dude, how about the spicy interaction with our engineer seconds before we went back on the air? I don't think I was in the wrong there necessarily.
I mean, technically, there's not supposed to be any food or drink in here.
Oh God.
However, people do. Maybe you just shouldn't have had it right next to the board.
Well, I mean, it's just more about timing. Like the
correct.
world is on fire, okay?
I agree. That's not the issue. The issue is the whole server system rebooting in the middle of the freaking afternoon.
And I understand that. But, we've been doing this show since January 6th. My coffee sits in the same spot every day, hasn't spilled, not going to spill. We just went through a traumatic experience where all the stations went offline, and, this is the time to bend little Johnny boy over my knee and give him a little spanking. I just feel like the timing was a little off.
It was a little uncomfortable, and I love uncomfortable.
Well, then I just felt like we were locked in. It was almost like we were a couple.
He was watching.
We were a couple alpha.
You drank and stared, and he stared while you drank, and you guys he waited for you to finish every last sip.
Well, and then he threatened, "I'll just take your board offline." Like he was just going to prove a point to me and just take the whole radio station offline because I had coffee.
I also don't think that's going to answer anything.
Well, and then I said, "I think you got bigger problems." I think that's what made him mad. Where I said, I think you got bigger problems to worry about.
I liked it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I liked it very much.
I'm sorry you had to be a part of it.
No.
Let's get back to some sense of reality. This is Senning Show. I am John Senning. Dizzy, I hope, is somewhere out there in the universe and not under an overpass. I texted him. I said, dude, of course, the day you took off, the whole station crashed. And he just hit me back and said, we fall apart when I'm gone. 102.5 The Diz. Keeping it going. There may be something.
Yeah, some truth there.
Maybe something to that very thing.
Oof, God, having to get a new car, that sucks.
It really. I haven't had again knock on wood car problems in a while, but it really can derail.
That's
your
like
whole
one of my
life.
biggest. Especially me, I have to drive so far.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the other secret of what I was like. I haven't had car problems in forever. I've had a 5-minute drive now for. Gee, man. I've had a 5-minute drive for probably going on 5 or 6 years. So
Yeah.
I'm really not. We go on trips and stuff, but I'm just never really driving my car that much. It probably has everything to do with it.
Yeah.
I did want to touch on something related to the JoJoverse, as I like to call it.
Touch me.
If you have not yet gone to the 1025 The Bone social media, it's a couple days back. But I wanted to thank you, and I think that it may just need to be locked in now that you helped me with my Humane Society stuff, because I posted a video of sweet Franny the dog, who truly was. I mean, you see dogs come in here, and there's a lot of great dogs. This dog was there was something special about this dog.
Something special, and I just happened because I had Everly here with me. She's animal obsessed. So I called her to come in and hang out with Franny, and she was in her glory.
All about it, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm grateful. I would have taken Franny home in a heartbeat if I didn't live so far and wasn't gone for like 12 hours at a time.
It is tough. And I'm not, what I'm about to say, I'm not even directing towards you.
You can.
But no, I'm not, because it's one of those things where getting a grasp on how many dogs there are out there. And some people it just doesn't fit into their life. And I think that's probably the case with you. But they're now starting to kind of, like, the messaging is like combating that, where they're saying, oh, I'm gone all day. And they go, well, do you think this dog would rather be at home, in your home all day, or inside the kennel all day, or without a home at all? And again, that's not directed towards you specifically, but if that is often your thought, I think the average person might not grasp how many dogs there are out there, and a life with you with mild attention would be better than a long life spent without a home.
And you're probably right. Yeah. And now I want to.
No, and again, I knew you weren't going to take it as not directed towards you, because it really wasn't. I've noticed that they're kind of changing their messaging, not only with the Humane Society, but in general.
It's the same thing I say about having kids. Like, you don't want to have kids. The responsibility of children is great.
Yeah.
So is the responsibility of a pet.
And I think you're the type of person, kind of like me, where it would eat you alive to know that dog was at home.
I would feel terrible.
Yeah. So that doesn't change. And same kind of connection with what I always say about kids are, just that stress of it all, just the idea.
It's a lot. God forbid something happens. Now I have to take it to the vet. I can't afford, to take that, because my human child is obviously my priority. So, no, she would love to. I told her we'll start next year for her 7th birthday. She can have a goldfish.
A fish. I think a fish is a good place. I think you go fish.
Although she did hold a bearded dragon yesterday and was very fond of it.
Yeah, And again, don't take offense to this, people out there. I think you enter a real slippery slope when you start raising a reptile child, as I call them, the reptile child.
She just loves all animals.
That's great.
She doesn't even care.
That's great. And I was so glad Franny was so sweet. But just to put a bow on Franny, go to the 1025 The Bone social media. You'll scroll down. You'll see a video of JoJo getting her face licked. People loved it. People love you. A lot of creeps out there, too. We are live on YouTube as well for all you hornballs out there that want to get a look at JoJo.
Hornballs.
But it really put a lot of eyes and got a lot of traction
that makes
social
me
media.
happy.
So I think rather than me being in the pictures, if I can just pull you in to at least pose with the dogs.
I'll roll around with the dogs.
What if we did a humane? I don't know if they would be down with the salaciousness of it. And a JoJo Humane Society of Pinellas County calendar. And it's not full blown. Like, it doesn't need to be full blown, naughty, but just you doing things around the office, like, I'm taking out the trash. I'm hanging the decorations on the ladder.
I don't know that would sell like hotcakes, but
you gotta
I'm here to help the animals.
You got to start appreciating your value.
I'll be like the Bob Barker of
you could absolutely be the Bob Barker.
Have your pet spayed and neutered.
You could be the Bob Barker of the bone. You absolutely could. But thank you for doing that. And again, go look at that.
Yes.
If you have room for a pet.
She is the sweetest.
She really is. And I'm trying to find ways to not make it seem like I'm putting her up above all the other dogs I've ever met. But there is just a sweetness with this dog, a gravitation to humans and wanting to be loved that I have not seen.
Well, and it's funny because I said I just called Everly to come in and play. I didn't really ask. I never really even thought to see if the dog had been around children before. And what's her name that came in? Peyton was like, I guess I could let them know that Franny is very dog friendly. And I was like, she could have just bit my kid's face off.
When she said that, I was thinking the same exact thought. Like, thank you for using your child as a
totally fine. But I do make sure to tell my child, you can't sneak up on her. You have to let let her smell you, be very gentle.
Yeah, and she was. And that is probably an underrated thing that I don't know a lot of parents teach their kids is you can't just go get up in a dog's face.
Because we've always been around dogs, but like when I lived in my apartment, like there was dogs everywhere. So even when she was little and just starting, she would want to go and grab them, and you have to make sure that they know they cannot do that.
They cannot do that.
No.
This is a little bit of a different type of Judge Juicy. Judge joins us every week. We usually have some offerings, questions from listeners who have sent stuff along to Dizzy or myself. I have a couple things that are both wedding related. I want to throw at you in just a second, but I believe these people have been holding since before the meltdown. So I wanted to see, we were talking before the break about lotto winners and this guy who won the lotto that then went completely nuts down on St. Pete Beach.
Yes, I was listening. That's right before you cut out.
Yeah, and so I don't know what people heard and didn't hear, but this person was holding since back then. Welcome to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. She's Joj. Who dis be?
Hey, Johnny. You were John Solo. Now you're John Solo and JoJo Leia.
There you go. You nailed it, Rob. You absolutely nailed it.
I was calling actually about the animals on the side of the road. I once let a cow off the side of I-4.
What do you mean you let it? What do you mean you let it off of? What do you mean you let it off of the side of the road? You it was on the side. You let it into a field, or you let it into the road? Where did you let it?
Let it off the side of the road on I-4. Coming back from Poinciana area during rush hour traffic. The cow was cool, but the barbed wire fence was down.
Oh,
it just got out.
Yeah, that is.
And then the other one
that would have ruined someone's day. You hit a cow on the interstate, and that'll total your vehicle, I believe.
The other one, real quick, I was coming from a VA appointment 2 weeks ago on Fletcher Avenue, and a turtle was on its shell. Once a turtle goes on its shell, they can't upright it. In that heat wave, it will sit there and roast. Now my knees are so bad, everything's so bad. Normally, I would have just jumped out and got it, picked it up, and sent it on its way.
But
I'll stop in the middle of the road.
You're good, man. You're good. You're good, man, Rob.
For animals.
Give me a hoorah on the way out.
Man. Hurrah!
Love it. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Did I already talk to you? Are you the lady that I told I was going to give a prize to?
No.
Who's this? Who are you?
It's Lauren on the cop.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, y'all were talking earlier about the sound went out, and I looked on, what is it, Facebook? No, YouTube.
Okay.
You do have a big blind, like a big window behind you that's like got a glare on it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, man, I want to be in the fishbowl too. I hate being in a room where I can't see out.
So are you saying? I can't tell if you're complaining about the blind spot behind me, or if you're saying I should open up all the windows.
No, I'm with you. I want to be in the fishbowl. I want
to be in the fishbowl too. When it comes to the lotto thing,
yes.
Do you think that if you're fairly well adjusted, like if you won the lotto, do you think you would, if you could be as honest as possible, like would it be nothing but good for you, or is there an element of you that goes, I could see how that could go bad? Because you also like to help people, so I think you might end up being one of those people like the dude out in Lakeland that tried to help so many people that he spent all his money, and then I think somebody killed him. Not that you're going to be killed, but you may
very well could be.
But you also, I think your family has some money too, so it's not like everybody.
But
not everybody. I don't think you'd have like tons of people lining up to take your money, though. I don't think.
I don't know. I feel like you'd like to think of how you would be if you had that kind of money.
Like I'm talking like 10 million, 15 million, life changing. Invest it right, potentially generational type money.
So I feel like anything under 50, I'm obviously like
under 50 million?
Yeah, I'm investing and I'm giving some to my family.
Okay.
Like my immediate family. I'm also putting a trust for my daughter.
Okay.
So then she doesn't
responsible.
Then she doesn't have to. And then I'll do good with it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, this place gets $1 million or you know what I mean? Like I'll have time because I'm probably not going to be working, so I can go and volunteer some, I can travel some, I
always jokingly say that I would be dead in 6 months, and that is a joke, but I just do wonder like what path I would take, because immediately, like I will tell you this, I'm not one of those that go, I'm not going to quit working. Like if I get over $5 million, I'm out. I'm out at least for a period of time. I would take the next 10 years, and then if I decided I want to revisit radio, I would. But I would go if I had $5 million. Like by the time it was all said and done, I feel like we would do a bunch of traveling and and I just wonder if at some point you do it all and then you start doing things that you would have never done before. Like maybe. Like I travel for 3 years and we've seen it all and we've done it all, and then we go on a weekend trip to Vegas one weekend, and then I'm like, you know what? Never done coke before. I got the money to do it. Why not do it? And the next thing you know, I'm giving hand jobs in the alley. It's possible.
I mean, you could give hand jobs without doing coke. And
I know, but I'm just saying, if I blow through all my lottery winnings, what happens now? And then I quit my job. My name is lost its luster.
I feel like you're smarter. I feel like you do smarter things.
No, you're probably right. And my wife is ultimately the smartest. So all of my fun ideas of just blowing it all, much like you said, we would probably invest it and find ways to
your
make
family,
money.
Your nephews, you'd set up stuff for them.
We'd try. Yeah. We'd try at the very least.
Yeah.
Getting to these couple wedding-related stories, this story is everywhere today. And I'll give you a spoiler alert. I think it's the dumbest thing ever, and I don't know if it would even really work. But a new startup company is proposing that couples sell tickets to their weddings to strangers via an app that would then help them pay for their cost. People have these $30,000, $50,000 weddings, and then they put themselves in debt.
Yeah.
The idea of this app is you would allow people to buy tickets to your wedding. In return, the paying ticket holders who may not otherwise be invited to any weddings at all could mingle with other guests and enjoy somebody's happy day. I feel like you'd be hard pressed to find a bride that would want, because brides are
Here's
they want strangers.
The thing. And my initial response is, that's so weird. You don't know who's coming through the door. You can't trust people. Like the weirdest.
Yeah,
and like
with your family.
Yeah, like absolutely not. But then I go, how much fun would that be? And who knows who would show up and what kind of relationship? Like you might meet the coolest, who owns his own whatever company, and then you're traveling or you're going here or you're doing what, like, I don't know. Who knows the possibilities? It could be super fun.
I'm trying to see if I have the name of the app here. It's got to be something. But because I was thinking it would be great to call the app Wedding Crasher.
Yeah.
And then that's how you sell it, is that have you wanted to enjoy a wedding, even if you're not invited, and you kind of sell it that way? Because it's really twofold. Where are you going to find a bride and a groom that are totally down, more so a bride, that is down with strangers being at her wedding? And secondly, as much as the idea of wedding crashing is fun, and who's going to pay for a ticket?
Well, that's the thing. If you're crashing a wedding, you're going because it's free. You're going for the free booze.
Right.
You're going for the free food. You're going to just dance and, maybe hook up with some rando stranger.
That is fun.
Yeah.
And you could also you could lie. Like you could lie, but much like Wedding Crashers did, where you just lie about your whole existence. The paying guests have to abide by the dress code defined in the wedding invitations. So they actually, within this article, I think they talked to a couple that did it. They met on a dating app. They are the first wedding to have paying guests. Their friend and family will number 80 adults and 15 children. Some will be traveling from England, Germany, and Portugal. But alongside those loved ones, they will have 5 paying strangers who bought tickets. The ticket holders will be present for the whole day, from the afternoon wedding ceremony and the vows in the garden to the outdoor drinks on the lawn with live music, then a sit-down dinner with a choice of fish or vegetarian options. Then there will be a traditional party afterwards. The paying guests have to abide by the dress code.
5? I want 500. If I'm doing it, I want it to be like a nightclub.
Well, and I think to get enough people to make a difference in the cost.
Right. And that's the whole reason, right? You're doing it.
So
I wonder, does it say how much the tickets were?
Hold on. How many?
What are they clipping you?
Let's see. I don't think it says how much the tickets ran for. I don't even. The thing with me is that we're different, and I know some people think this. Like, we didn't even like the idea of a big wedding, because I just find often from watching friends and people that I know get married, they're stressed out.
It's a lot.
Everybody's stressed out, and you throw this gigantic party that you've conjured up in your mind for over a year, and you taste the food, and you taste the cake, and you interview the DJ or the band or whatever. And then on that day, I don't often know that the bride and groom get to enjoy it as much as the other people. So you're kind of
usually
throwing a giant party for other people. And our whole thing was, we wanted the day to ultimately be for us. So it was us, and it was our parents, and it was our siblings, and it was Brody, and we did it on an island that you could only get to by boat, and it was stripped down. So I just say that to say we barely wanted our family there, let alone strangers there.
which I think is perfectly fine.
But everybody's got different ideas of what that special day is. And real quick, before we go to break, I have to get your take on this and I might have to flip it around and show you the video for you to properly get it. But I feel like over the past however many years, there's been some controversy about an action that takes place at a lot of weddings, and that is the groom smashing the cake into the bride's face. Do you have any immediate initial reaction about when that happens?
I mean, I think it's very antiquated now. I think it's. Do guys still do that?
People still do it, and I'll never forget. I was at my sister-in-law's wedding.
Like I think a little bit, but I've seen some guys get aggressive, and that's. No, like this day really is for the bride, so you need to just chill out.
And I had not heard anybody be against it until my sister-in-law's wedding. I was standing with my father-in-law, and they were cutting the cake, and he kind of leaned into me and was like, I hope that he does not put that cake in her face. And this is his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
And I think they did just mildly, and kind of ever since then, I've seen the anti-cake smashing rhetoric ramp up, but this one is different because it is the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law. So the groom does not smash the cake into the bride's face. The mother-in-law
his mom does.
Comes out of nowhere and smashes the cake into her face. And when she walks away, she's got this look on her face like, that bitch. I mean, it was not done in fun. It was not done from a place of lighthearted activity. She put this cake in this lady's face like, you're stealing my son, you bitch, in rotten hell.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I would have lost my mind.
That is the. Let me see if I can show it to you real quick. I'll spin it around and see if you can you see it from there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which the bride immediately is kind of playing with the icing, and she kind of flips it, and then all of a sudden the mother-in-law comes out of nowhere. She also looks wasted. She's like half stumbling away.
She does look wasted. She got a little aggressive with smearing it in her face.
Yeah. And then the look on her face when she walks away is kind of like...
Oh, yeah. She looks like she had a few too many.
Yeah, I don't think that would be good.
Also, so your mom does that. What do you do?
It is weird because I also feel like as much as I don't like it, and I don't believe we did not do that, and I watched the video and go, that bitch, I also think if it happened and it was my mom, I don't think anybody would really be mad. Because I think everybody knows...
But I'm saying if the situation, like your mom... Maybe they don't have the best relationship, which is what I'm taking from this for her to feel that way. So your mom and your wife already don't really get along great. Then you see your mom do this to your new bride.
Like you say anything in the moment is the question. I think you put mama to bed.
Okay.
I mean, she looked wasted already.
Yeah.
But it's tough because you may just want to get through the night. And
I would have just jumped on her back and tackled her to the ground.
As the bride?
And shoved all the cake in her face. Oh, yeah. I'm not letting that go. Not on my day.
Rightfully so. Do you think, when that day comes, when you meet the man that's going to sweep you off your feet, do you want to have like a big wedding?
I don't know if I want to get married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You say that, but love.
I know.
Much like the conversation about falling in love with your step sibling, you don't know when love's going to come a calling. And
that is true.
Right now, like there's not somebody you want to get married to, but who's to say?
Thankfully, my parents are still married.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about any halfsies or stepsies.
Okay, but still, love could come from anywhere at any moment. You're like, damn,
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like I don't want anybody to feel like they have to stay with me if they don't want to.
Yeah, I think
Like,
you should talk to somebody about that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's, I know. I think you should.
Like, we can work on it. We can do all of the things.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be this whole, like.
Yeah, what's that thing? What's that thing that you have that makes you feel that way?
Cynicism?
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, it is. It's
and I've always said that. Like, I don't want.
It's like being wanted kind of makes you uncomfortable, I think. If I can break down the psychology of it here.
Do we have to go to commercial break?
No, we do, but it's like the weird thing that you and I have.
I'm sorry.
Like
I think that it went off. The board shut down again.
That you and I have sometimes when it's like Tuesday comes around and I hit you up and you're like, well, if you want me there.
Yeah, if you.
I know, but it's a little bit of the same semblance of something. Like we are in this at this point. I believe we've done this thing. We're doing this thing, and I'm just making a comparison to the bigger picture. Like,
but see, I go if I couldn't do it or didn't want, like I would tell you.
Right.
So otherwise, I'm here Tuesday too.
Okay, so
Tuesday
so
at
you're
2.
saying by even mentioning it to you, that gives you an inkling that I don't want you here.
Or maybe you had something else planned, or like if you're not available, that's fine. I can, so.
Okay, I'm with you.
And then I just feel like
I'm with you. But I'm saying I think there's a little bit of whatever that is in your opinion about getting married too. Where you're like, well, if you want to leave, leave. Well, that's the point is you guys don't want to leave. That's why you get married. That's the whole romance of it all. And you're romantic.
I mean, yes.
You're romantic underwear. Under there. Sorry. Under there.
That too.
Under there. Get on to the 1025 The Bone YouTube page. Whoops, sorry. 1025 The Bone YouTube page. Joj is in the hot seat today, so you're going to get an extra clear view of her. Shout out to the 225 people currently in the chat room. Those are great numbers, and it has everything to do with Joj. I'm not too prideful to know that. Get in there, leave a comment, hit the like button. 225 people. Can 200 of you just hit the like button? That would be, tell them to do it.
Like you guys,
they'll listen,
like us.
They'll listen to you
like
more than
us.
they'll listen to me. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I have some real life offerings from some people that sent me messages this week that I want to throw at Judge Juicy. I've got one of them that kind of dabbles in the realm of back to school, which is very timely for everybody who's back in the car line lifestyle. So don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to 1025 The Bone. More Senning Show with Joj on the way. You know, hurricane season isn't just coming anymore. It is upon us, but that doesn't mean it's too late to get hurricane impact windows from Reese in your home right now. Reese Windows has been installing quality windows for over 50 years. They're affordable, energy efficient, and come with a double lifetime warranty. This is a local company, by the way, if you did not know that. And with that double lifetime warranty, that means if you sell your home, the warranty transfers to the new owner. We're all looking for ways to increase the value on our home. That's a great way to do it. Plus, Reese is going to get those windows installed most of the time in under 8 weeks. If you're ready for a free quote, all you got to do is text TRUST to 20129. You get the quote, and you'll be registered to win $15,000 in free windows. Protect your home now with Reese Windows.
Leave with someone I don't know her name. Pull her real close, but I leave some space.
You're listening to Senning Show on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Need a new fence that stands tall? Look no further.
I'm so glad I went to Fence Outlet. Their team really nailed it, and my home has been completely elevated by my new fence. Thanks, Fence Outlet.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA.
Hi, the summer days are shedding light on how much I need to organize my space.
Well, the IKEA storage event can help IKEA family members save 15% on select storage solutions through August 26th.
Ooh.
Plus, you can enjoy 50% off adult entrees at participating IKEA Swedish restaurants weekdays only until August 29th.
Well, decluttering does make me hungry, so sold.
Both offers while supplies last. Selection may vary. Restrictions apply. 50% off entree offer valid in restaurant only. Discount applied pre-tax. Visit IKEA-USA.com/storage for storage event full terms. Visit IKEA-USA.com to find your local IKEA Swedish restaurant.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
I'm Doug Bernetti. Growing up, I learned how hard it can be to make ends meet. At Bernetti PA, we help people every day with debt collection calls, credit card debt, home foreclosures, and bankruptcy cases. If you have questions, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Cat Nemo from Dugarabo Live. Prime time, baby, for All American Gunslingers, the #1 gun range gun store in Newport Richey, which is now available to shop online at aagunslingers.com. They have the latest firearms and accessories from popular brands like Canik, Glock, Smith & Wesson, and many more. Avoid the transfer fee by picking up in store. Go to shop now on the website at aagunslingers.com. I just got a Colt 357 Magnum revolver. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, and 357 Magnums. Bang, bang, America.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school,
we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, but our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products or compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale. Up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery with the purchase of any smart bed. Ends Monday. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Cage the Elephant. Clean Earth Systems presents Cage the Elephant, September 17th at the Baycare Sound. Tickets on sale now at thebaycaresound.com.
We put in time, energy, and resources because your case is worth it. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Sometimes a day that is off the rails can be a great day. Welcome back to Senning Show. From broken headphones to the entire station crashing, it led us to this moment right here where we're coming through loud and clear. I'm John Senning. She is JoJo, a.k.a. Judge Juicy. You want to hit us up on social media at The John Senning, at Joanne Petrella. Send some love along to our dude, Dizzy, who is going through it today with the family car breaking down somewhere in St. Petersburg under an overpass. I hope that he has been rescued and everything is going to be okay, but I haven't. Have you gotten an update from him in the last little bit?
No, not in the last little bit.
So that has brought us to this moment. Again, thank you to everybody. We may, by the time it's all said and done, be breaking records in the YouTube chat today. I see Dear Bubby in there, who is one of my absolute favorites. Shout out to Dear Bubby. Brit So Much in there as well. Hi. Our friend Austin was hanging out in there. Polar Bear. All of these different new faces that I haven't seen there in the minute. And I can't help but feel like either the station crashing or Jode showing up made all these people appear.
I was jiggling my boobs before.
There you were. You
so,
pushed them up.
yeah.
You pushed them up. You pushed them out. You did a lot of different things to them, and for that, I thank you.
Oh my God, you're welcome.
Yeah.
She is touring the facility and picking up.
Do you think there's ever? I'm just curious because I like to peek into the next level drama that's going on.
Oh yes.
Like, has there ever been a conversation with like Jason or anybody who says like, we don't want you to do that, like we don't want you to do that on air, or like has there ever been a time where anybody said no to anything?
For me personally,
yeah, I mean,
or like
no, you personally, because I mean at this point I feel like you kind of are like you are the number one person to fill in on a notice or be a part of a show at any given moment. So I just wondered if there was any, behind.
Well, I think that's easy access. I'm here. I think that they, there's probably some things that they don't like that I say or do, but I'm free labor, so I'm here, and if
that is true.
If somebody needs help, it's easier to just be like, okay, whatever. I
guess that's a great point when it shows you. And I don't mean this as bad of a diss as it sounds, but it's kind of like what is more important,
correct,
having you do whatever you would have done or finding a way to make things work for free.
Correct.
Or for a way where they don't have to pay.
But they don't have to pay.
And somebody a little bit ago hit me up and said, how is Dizzy for Mayor part-time at 102.5 The Bone when he's on more shows than anyone else? Makes no sense. Pay that man his money. It's just the radio world.
I know.
It's I think at some point, and I would have been saying
I've been trying. I will keep trying.
Yeah, it's weird. And it feels wrong for me to say I've accepted it now that I'm on the other side of the part-time world. But I think like we all, to some certain extent, like accept this wild world that we've decided to be a part of. And it doesn't
Which
make
is
sense.
crazy because, I mean, I get, it's a business and all of that. But, and what the thing that really sucks, and not that I like, give attitude or whatever, but like, I know that it's not my boss. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah,
I know
okay.
he's the big boss here, but he's not the big boss that makes those types of decisions.
You're absolutely right. That took so long for me to grasp and for me not to take things personally.
And so I get a little bit of an attitude because I'll go and I'll question things, and I'm legit trying to understand, but then it's like I'm attacking him, but I know it's not him.
Exactly.
But I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. So how are we not advocating more for people? How are we not making this make sense? And it's not up to him.
There's also a little bit of there's a little bit of like acceptance of what we've done. And I say all the time, or what we do, because I really believe in my heart of hearts, and this is going to be crazy, and maybe just because there's been so much since this moment, and you have to go back in time to be an older Bone fan to understand exactly what this means. I don't know that if Seth didn't quit, I would be here right now.
You would have left?
I don't know that there was it's not even that I would have like left right then or anything. I just think
that you wouldn't have had anywhere to go.
There would have been nowhere to go.
Yeah.
There would have been, I think if he said, this is my gig, I'm not going anywhere, and him and Drew got to a place where they could figure it out moving forward, I don't know that there's that spot ever opens up. And I have those kind of conversations with Diz where you just sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees. Like after Seth left and they still didn't make me full time, I knew that the spot was there and I knew that I had something to fight for. Before that, I didn't know what I was even going for. You know what I mean? Like you don't even, and I feel bad for Diz because in so many of those situations, I think he's in the same situation where you have to hope that they just one day go, here you go, or something happens. And whatever that is, something is.
Well, and I mean, I'm not trying. I don't want anybody to leave, but I'll tell people.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's something.
See what else is out there.
Yeah.
If you love it, like, and see what, and they'll, but it's such a, what's that word? Like it sucks you in.
It's
like
an addiction.
Yes. And like people,
addiction.
They will do anything and everything and work crazy hours for very little pay. And like, you love it so much that you just deal with it. You just live with it and you figure it out. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, I can only advocate so much. Like if you're here, why buy the cow when the milk is free?
Exactly. And then there is that, and it's what's happening. What's happening. Polar Bear in the chat room. Didn't Seth also actively push you to succeed in radio? Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I mean, that had nothing to do. that comment I made had nothing to do good or bad.
Oh, yeah.
with
It was
set.
just
that was the way that it went down. If that spot wasn't open.
Well, and I told people, there's been a couple, promo people who have shown interest of doing on, and usually that's how it starts, and they get in and then they see everything and they love it. But you never know. And I had told one girl that she had so much talent, so much promise. And I was like, you're great. Like, you can do this. You just need to ride the wave. Like, be here as much as you can, because out of sight, out of mind.
You really do have to be here, like more than you think you have to be.
And she, couldn't ride that wave. And then, sure enough, like not even a year later, St. Pete Sam had to move on to, other opportunities for her family. And so now a spot opens up, which I feel like this person would have been great for, but they're not here because, and I get it, but you never know when things are going to happen. So I think people hold on to that hope and they stick around a little longer maybe than they should.
Yeah,
but
and it's a blessing and a curse. I mean, I couldn't imagine I've never wanted to do anything else, and that has worked out for me, but also there's an alternate universe where who knows? I'm working, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'm a pool guy. I'm a garbage man.
You're a dog walker.
I'm a dog walker. Some variation of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Ride or Die TB Jared, who's in the chat room today as well. I really don't know what is going on with the chat, but
Hi,
many new faces and new people in here, and we appreciate it very, very much. Let me throw this one at you before we get out of here, because it's pretty good and it's school related.
Okay.
We have so many discussions nowadays about the inappropriate relationships that teachers have with their students. And, is it as rampant as it seems? Who knows? They put it in the news every single day, and this kind of stems from that. And that's what the guy says.
Okay.
Because I hear you guys talking about teachers and inappropriate relationship with their students often, and I'm not sure if this is something I should be concerned about. My son is 13 years old, and we went and met his new teacher late last week. Later that night, he told me the teacher sent him a friend request on Facebook. I've heard you guys talk about this in the past as being a bad thing. Should I shut it down or just keep an eye on it?
Shut it down.
I think you've got to.
I think you take him out of that teacher's class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that is a steadfast, hard rule in schools where they.
I just think it's super inappropriate. Even if you meant no harm, there's no reason, especially like. By the way, you just met the kid, whatever. Like, it's very weird.
And I wonder if my next question would be, is she sending friend requests to all of her
kids,
students?
yeah.
Which I don't know if that makes it any better. I think you're just breaking down a wall.
Listen, I've got friends that are teachers, and their stuff is private. They don't want their kids seeing anything that they're doing or any of their posts because, they have to maintain a level of, decorum or whatever. So like if my friends are out and there's drinks in the picture or whatever, like they don't want their kids to see that they're out, boozing it up or, Miss So-and-so is a drunk or what, you know what I mean? Like even if she's not, but they only see so much. Yeah. So all of them are like private. They would never be friends with students until they graduate. Like,
yeah, and it's tough. And I remember just being so, like, I can only think about how I felt about my teachers. And as I got a little bit older, I was working at the Applebee's, and the teachers would come in to the Applebee's, and they would party. Like they would be pounding 2-for-1 drinks all night long. And, I didn't bang any of my teachers, and I wasn't, didn't cross too many lines. There were teachers that absolutely... There was assistant principals and teachers that hooked up with kids that I learned later on. We had a teacher that would bring, I'll never forget.
I think there's teachers that hooked up with girls at my school.
But so we had this teacher who was young, and he was like the coolest teacher ever. And in real time, you don't realize how troubling this is, because I think about it. We had a party, and we're having a bonfire, and all of a sudden the teacher shows up with a bottle of Bacardi Raz.
Yeah.
And we're all passing the Bacardi Raz around the fire.
God.
And I'm thinking about it then, and I think in the moment we're all like, oh, he's so cool. And now I look through my mind and I go, this guy I think he was a predator.
Oh, sure.
And I don't know that for a fact. Could you just hang with your students?
No.
No, it's still inherently wrong.
Yes.
Was he there to bang young girls or
Probably.
young boys? I don't know, but still terribly wrong. Shout out to Johnny B. Johnny B. also in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Belle?
Dude, the Joj rub is very real. He says, Senning is right. Being available when an opportunity. I actually think this might have been you that said it. Being available when an opportunity arrives is the only way to make it in radio. Working hard and patience is key. 12 years and I'm still going. Johnny B. the perfect example of a guy who has a passion unlike many, and he's in here, and I think the move up in the time slot has more ears on him, and now he probably looks at that and goes, okay, the next step is whatever show, whenever that thing happens that is unforeseeable, and you just gotta be laying there in the
Gotta
cut,
be here,
ready to go. Jode, you were the calm presence that I needed when the station.
I'm always here.
When the station, first of all, when my headphones didn't work.
I'm sorry. I thought I sent you back yes when you said, "Can you bring me headphones?" And then when I walked out and you already got them, and I was like, "Well, why?" I mean, we just sent out a mass text message to everybody. I obviously would take care of you and come back with headphones.
I don't know if people realize it, and maybe it's just me. Like I don't always have to take phone calls. Like I don't have to take phone calls, and it would have been a problem because I couldn't hear the callers. But it's more of a mind F when you can't hear yourself in your ears.
Yeah,
that was my biggest thing. Is I felt like
it's
I couldn't
weird.
just get into anything without hearing myself in my ears.
I felt bad. I was like, oh, and then as I was coming back, because I was bringing you my headphones, and then I saw Monica, and I was like, oh, well, just so we have like an extra pair.
Yeah, I now have 2 or 3.
Okay, that's fine. I'll put hers
here
back
because I might need them because these are Drew's and I have to give them back to him.
Oh, okay, then you can keep hers
momentarily.
Okay.
So thank you for being here.
Yeah, I just love you to pieces. You're doing really great things here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody again in the YouTube chat for making a big pop for us. Drew Garabo is coming up next. We're going to dig into John's Joints. Hit up Joj on social media at Joanne Petrella. Make sure you also take a peek at that post about Franny the dog from the Humane Society of Pinellas County because she's an absolute sweetie, and you'll see her licking Joj's face, which is, don't we all wish we could. Don't go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way. But first, I got to tell you about my friends at Bubble Down Car Wash, the greatest car wash in the whole wide world. They got those long wash tunnels. Actually, somebody hit me up just a little bit ago. They were going through one of those long wash tunnels in Spring Hill, which is their newest location. That's going to make a cleaner car. The attentive staff will take care of anything you need done, and that spacious vacuum area is going to let you get into all those nooks and crannies. They also offer the unlimited plan, which will ensure your car will stay clean no matter what the hell you got going on. Is the rain bothering you, the sand from the beach, the bugs, the birds, the pollen? You'll be good to go with the unlimited membership plan with locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and that new one in Spring Hill. You will have the cleanest car in town every time you bull down.
Oh, they're totally crazy. Looking at my lady. Men, shirt, short skirts.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives on 102.5 The Bone. The cars, the drivers.
I'm not surprised, and anybody who is should rethink their NASCAR knowledge.
And all the left turns you can handle. Race Day Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ulm Jeep Ram. #1 in the country.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Fence Outlet customer Sarah shares.
We decided to go with Fence Outlet after receiving several referrals from our neighbors. They've been in business for over 30 years, so we trusted that they would do a great job, and they did.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Are you ready to elevate your social game? This is John Senning here for Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, your go-to spot for fun and relaxation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is not just any hangout. It's a community social club with incredible weekly events. On Wednesday, karaoke night, where you can unleash that inner rock star. On Thursday, test your knowledge with trivia night. Great questions, great prizes, and even better company. You need some relaxation? Well, treat yourself on any one of their many massage nights and let your stress just melt away. Showcase your talents at open mic night or strategize with fellow enthusiasts with the ever-popular Sunday Chess Club. The night market is a must-visit with local vendors, delicious food, and handcrafted goodies that are sure to make it a night to remember. Dive into the amazing events going on at Cava Social Club today and visit them online at thecavasocialclub.com and on social media at Cava Social Club. Cava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAW-FRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new CRV for just $199 per month. New Accords are just $189 per month. Or get a new Civic for an incredible $169 per month. We're approving all credit applications, and we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-575-7725 for more information.
August is Renewal by Anderson's Triple Savings Month. $300 off windows, $825 off patio doors, plus no money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Bonus, first 50 callers get a free True Screen Insect Screen upgrade. Renewal by Anderson, bestwindowsflorida.com. Superior products, exceptional service. That's Renewal by Anderson.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. To see someone that is in pain, I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Don't miss the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%, buy with 0 down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 36 monthly, 10K miles a year, $39.99. Do it signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at 4hers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At 4hers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits starts at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at 4hers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's 4hers.com/radio. FORHERS.com/radio.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Never see your face again, well, I'm gonna be alright. Heard those words come down like the thunder fall, and they're never gonna leave my side. And if I live with a heart so true, well, I'm gonna be alright. And if I let it all flow like a waterfall, to come back to my side. Be alright, be alright, be alright, be alright.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. Taking a little time machine back to an era you might remember. Think December 2024. It's 2 o'clock. The radio just kicked on. The show, Drew Garabo and John Senning. And that's exactly what you got today to help you burn down these joints. Our buddy Diz is currently living under an overpass somewhere in St. Pete. But today, we got you covered. Burning down the news of the day, burning down the news of life. I realized, so Everett called at the beginning of the show, and I'm terrible about it, that we had not talked enough about the Vibe Check podcast that we recorded. So if you subscribe to it, we talk about it on the episode, that there's probably going to be no rhyme or reason to when these episodes come out. It is truly a vibe check. We will here and again and now and then check in. So the best bet would be go to wherever you get your podcast and subscribe to the Vibe Check with Drew and John so that you will have it whenever we decide to drop one. This one is really, really good. And I think anytime you can share something with me that I didn't already know in real time, it's going to be entertaining, and this may be the best example of that in audio form ever on this episode, I believe. Oh, no, sorry.
That's okay. You and I talk a lot about how we have the ability to extract things from each other in an artful way, and I never would have told that story so thoroughly on my own without your delighted reaction.
Yeah, it was something else, and I think I knew a little bit of the details. Without knowing the specific details, and finding them out while we were recording was a real highlight for me. So I was curious to pick your. So I didn't know that you didn't know, but sometime right before 2:00, I guess all of the radio stations in the building went down.
Yeah,
and so I was on with a caller, and audio went out, and I thought that by some chance your headphones had gone. Like, I just killed my second pair of headphones today, only to find out momentarily after that all of the stations were down. Is there one memory, whether it be from here or Orlando or anywhere, where you were like solo and there was a technical difficulty that became traumatic? Because I was like 1 second away from feeling like those nightmares that you talk about when you're serving tables or working in radio and you're hitting the buttons and nothing's happening. And obviously it hits a little different when you're in here by yourself.
So I have two of them, one in studio, one kind of out of studio. On the overnights, I locked myself out of the building, and I was the only person in there.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it was during a commercial break. I went out to hit the bong.
I think I've had that nightmare.
Yeah.
Where like I'm at the door right here, and like my scan-in card isn't working, and I know that the station's just dead air.
Yeah.
What happened?
Somebody showed up. This was before cell phones, and someone just happened to show up at the station at like 1:30 in the morning after a bar game. It was like 10 minutes after I locked myself out, and I couldn't believe that somebody showed up, and I went back on the air. And it was the overnight. The other time, this is so embarrassing, and Dylan will love this one. Savannah and I were doing our morning show on O-Rock 105.9, and we weren't supposed to have drinks by the board, of course. Cup of coffee in my hand.
Oh.
This is so dumb because I never wear a watch. I haven't worn a watch since high school. And she said, "What time is it?" And I go to look at my watch, and I dumped coffee all over the board.
Wait, you had the coffee in your hand, and then you flipped your wrist as to look like it just dumping out the coffee.
Yeah. And it went
now,
just
was that also post bong hit?
No, this was a morning show. I wasn't doing that then before work. But it was just like this, like you and I are talking, and then it's like this. Like the audio just completely fried out, and we had to call an engineer at like 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, Dylan would love that. He would love that because then he would look at me and go, "See, that's why you don't have drinks by the board."
Yeah. So those two moments are nightmare worthy.
Man, it's
bad.
It is bad, but it's it's a feeling that you can enjoy when you tell the story later on, maybe.
You know, when you run back, it's happened to us a couple of times because some commercial breaks have been inexplicably short lately. You know, when you come back in from a break and you see it's yellow over there and then about to be red, and you're like, oh my God, if I had just shaken it a couple extra times, I'd be late.
Dude, I still, to this day, and I've had this since like back when I would fill in for you and forever, dude, I don't leave. I have a it's something about, I don't know what it is. And I imagine one day I'll get over it, but I do not leave. Like, I would bet you, since we started this on January 6th, that I've left during commercial break maybe 3 to 4 times. Definitely you could count on one hand. And it's not even I don't know what it is. It's an unnatural thing. But I also, Like, I haven't went to the bathroom with myself either. So
that's good. And I never see you walk in the hallways, and I never see you in the office after 12:55.
No.
So yeah, you are locked in here,
lock
Johnny.
in. I do not leave this seat, and it's probably to a fault. Like, it's not necessary. I should get up and do more, but I just it's like I'm a fighter jet pilot or something, and just locked into my seat, not able to move.
Remember when we were doing curls with the resistance bands during breaks? We should bring that back.
We need to bring those back in the 3 o'clock hour. I think they're still in my backpack, which I for some reason realized that I was carrying a backpack around always in my life for no reason at all. Like, I have the messiest, nastiest backpack ever. And then one day I just said, why do you carry this backpack? I carry my backpack because I go from my office to here with my headphones and my mic sock. That's what I then determined. So the backpack is sitting on my bedroom floor with nothing more than garbage and resistance bands.
Well, let's get those bands going.
Let's try it. We've had this discussion over the years. The last time I think we talked about something like this was Safety Harbor. And Safety Harbor, to me, is one example where I almost kind of get it. Because if you've lived around here for maybe the past 10 years, you visibly witnessed a little quaint area become more of a booming nightlife downtown type spot where people go for drinks when they went through the whole back and forth about the noise ordinance, where it's easy to see that you have people that have lived in and around Safety Harbor forever, old people, and now you've got the new life coming in and they want to play live music and do different things, and these older people that have lived there forever go, no, we're not going to stand for it, and it turns into a fight. I could understand it a little bit then.
Yeah.
What they're proposing and what's going on St. Pete Beach, I struggle to see the other side, because the city of St. Pete Beach is now discussing changes to its noise ordinance that would significantly shorten live music hours at bars and restaurants. So the recent proposal would lower acceptable sound levels starting at 7 p.m., which is 3 hours earlier than the current 10 p.m. cutoff. Some of the places like Toasted Monkey, Jimmy B's, Postcard Inn have been long time staples of nightlife. People come from all around, tourists and locals. Business owners obviously fear that if you make that move to 7 o'clock, all of that late night business is toast. And I would just love to know, who are these people? Like, who are these people that are fighting so strongly? Because to me, you've got to have a little bit of wiggle room with realizing I might not like it, but these places keep our area afloat with tourists and people who are staying here, and you take away any real nightlife after 7 p.m., there could be long-term ramifications for the area as a whole.
The only thing I can think of is that there are one or two families that are powerful and influential that live right near a beach bar, and they get annoyed when the music goes a little bit late, so they're trying to ruin the fun for everyone.
Yeah, some residents have complained about noise levels, saying that they can clearly hear music inside of their homes, and this is just a dramatic hyperbole, as if they're standing right in front of the stage.
Okay.
City leaders proposed the 7 p.m. quiet hour was modeled after ordinances in other cities, but stressed it has not been finalized. This is connected, but not connected. I saw somebody on social media talking about how, whether it's restaurants in general or fast food places or maybe even certain bars, do you feel like since COVID there has been a phenomenon of things not being as open as late? Like, as far as the side effects of COVID, I think one of them is a lot of places, and you can look at stores that were open 24 hours that pulled it back. It does feel like it's harder to find certain things to do between, let's say, 10 and midnight or even 9 and midnight than it was pre-COVID. And I don't know if that was, I don't know why that has not been rectified as of yet, but it's hard enough already. And not to take that away from places, I think, especially places that have been hit by storms, it just feels like you're causing more trouble than help.
Are there residences near these beach bars? Because I can't think of any. I don't go down there a lot.
So, yes, but
Okay.
I will tell you, they're not close, because I mean, envision beachside, like, so where all the stuff is, the Toasted Monkey, the Postcard Inn, and all of that. There's stuff there, and then you have businesses on the other side of the street.
Yep.
So behind those other businesses, there are neighborhoods and there's stuff, but that still feels like a long ways away.
Yeah.
Like, well, now that I think about it, I don't think I've been to the newest Toasted Monkey, because it used to be connected to the Howard Johnson or the hotel. That was already set far back from the road, so I'm not really sure. You'd have to have it pretty damn loud. And I know these people are being drama queens by saying that it sounds like they're standing in front of the stage, but even to hear it at all, you'd feel like it'd have to be pretty damn loud.
Dude, it's 7 p.m.
I mean, that's like, what are you doing?
I
mean,
know.
I don't think anybody's going to bed.
During the week, 9 o'clock, I could understand maybe, but, they like to watch the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. I think what seems beyond fair, considering you have an area that at certain times of the year will be hosting spring breakers and other events and things like that, I think 10 o'clock on a weeknight, midnight on the weekend. And then it's that feels fairly reasonable.
Send it.
All right, I'm going to type out an email real quick and make sure that we have this all rectified.
Oh, yeah. Send it. I was watching that scene again.
Which one?
Hunting Wives.
Oh, you went back to – it was so funny. I texted Mo yesterday because he was – you were talking about the pegging scene, and I could hear per his response that he wasn't – because you talked about how much lesbianic love there was.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kept saying, is there any hetero? And I texted him. I said, "Dude, you're not grasping that the pegging scene was male on or female on male."
Yeah.
And he texted me back. He goes, "Oh no, I did not grasp that at all."
That's pegging. Like a girl using that on a girl isn't pegging. It's pegging when a woman does it to a man.
So what do you call it the other way around?
Just hot. Just flat out hot.
That's just
banging.
old school. Old school banging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Huh.
Square peg in a round hole, if you will.
Who would have thought?
Me.
Sometimes a story comes along that you just can't believe. And I've just searched the corners of the internet to find stupid things and things to talk about it. And this morning I found a story that you would think is fake.
Okay.
And now it's a little bit old. I think it happened about a year ago that this guy started doing the rounds on it was a year ago. It was almost a year ago to the day, Thursday, August 15th, last year. He appeared, this guy appeared on a morning talk show to talk about what had happened to him. And I don't know if I want to play the audio for you first or tell you the guy's name first, because what happened to him is undeniably terrible and sad.
All right. But he's gay.
But his name makes it funny.
All right.
Here's the clip from a English morning show where this guy is telling the story of something that's very not funny and what happened to him. And then I'll tell you what his name is.
In 2018, I went for a procedure where a camera was inserted into the penis to the...
Oh, no!
Smart vents protect foundations by relieving hydrostatic pressure buildup caused by...
bladder, just to have a look at my bladder and why it was...
something totally unrelated?
Totally unrelated. And whilst I was having that procedure, a nurse actually spotted something on the end of the penis. It was only small, but he was concerned enough to get a doctor.
What the hell?
This is great.
What the hell? What the hell?
What's his name?
Well, I'll tell you the story, and then I'll tell you his name. Hearing him tell it in his own words would have been much better, but clearly this English website is not participating with me. It goes right along with the theme of the day today, which is off the rails and everything's crashing. So this guy, he was getting some sort of tube down his thing it was a routine check. I don't know if they do that in England, but there's some sort of catheter check.
Ew.
And while doing that, they found a freckle on his penis that they thought was problematic enough to have to take a second look at. So they did some sort of biopsy on the penis, and they found out that it was a type of cancer in his penis.
Oh no.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I don't know any other way to deliver this news to you other than he had to have his penis amputated.
Lopped off.
Chopped off. You want to guess his name? I don't think you could guess it if I give you 5 guesses.
Does his name reflect what happened to him?
Yes.
Sir Stuart Knobsoff.
Hold on.
Opinion.
So obviously the nurse said, I'm just going to get that checked out. I'm going to get a doctor and have a second opinion. When did it go from, something that you thought, I think in your own words, you said, maybe I've caught my zipper or something like that. When did it go from that?
Straight away, because I was told I had to go to Christie's Hospital, which is our cancer hospital in Manchester. So when you hear the word Christie's, your heart sinks.
Yeah.
Because my family's had cancer in the past, we knew what Christie's was.
Craig Mycock.
Excuse me?
Craig Mycock.
Spell that.
Craig.
That's Craig.
My.
Yeah.
Cock.
That's my cock.
Craig Mycock. He starts crying in this thing.
Of course he does. They lopped off his wiener.
He got it. What a cruel thing for the universe. First of all, the universe gives you a name like Craig Mycock, and then all these years later, you find a freckle on your penis and they end up having to take the whole damn thing.
Well, let's look at name origin. Probably someone generations ago, their name was Smith. Something similar happened. They didn't yet have modern technology that could help get rid of it. So, where's the problem?
So you think this could have actually been a sign?
Yeah.
Like now you can go to 23andMe and it'll click and say like, oh, you might have a gene in you that could lead you to getting a disease.
Yeah.
When really his tip off or what was what was going to happen was really just his last name as a whole.
Well, yeah, it could have happened anywhere on his body, but it happened there, which is his name.
And I thought for sure when I saw the headline that this was the thing and that was his name, that it was a lie. Found probably 15 different news stories about this guy's condition. Craig my cock.
By the way, Abraham Shakespeare was the guy you were thinking of earlier.
And then the other guy, though. Do you remember the other guy that I was trying to remember?
Shane Missler.
That was the guy that I was thinking of.
Young
He was
kid.
from like Pasco or Newport Richie or something, and he just whatever happened to him. Didn't you talk to him on the air?
Well, no, on Twitter we tweeted each other for a couple of minutes.
These are lottery winners, by the way.
Yeah.
That think bad things happen to. Well, nothing happened bad to that Shane dude, as far as I know.
No,
the Abraham guy ended up dead because he was trying to help everybody under the sun.
Yeah,
and then ultimately, who was it that killed him? Was it his girlfriend?
I think it was his girl. Yeah,
his girlfriend took him out, and but the Shane kid, I don't know if he blew all of his money, but he was like super, out there posting about his travels. And I remember he was going to UFC and WWE and taking his friends all around for all sorts of things. And Shane Missler was his name.
Yeah. You know what probably happened, John, is he saw all those stick-up gangs happening to all the famous and rich people, and he's like, I better fade from the spotlight.
I'm just going to lay low now for a while. And I mean, once you do it for a while, it probably gets like if you don't have the desire to be a online personality, like you might as well just disappear. It's
Absolutely.
probably only going to bring more problems if you are a famous rich person and a famous rich person who's always putting your business out there on the line.
Ain't gonna lead nothing good
on the online. Dude, this story reminded me of the situation that I guess it's still probably going on in your neighborhood, but we used to talk about it all the time because you have a neighbor, and I don't know if somebody else moved in, and you used to always talk about the fact that their pool was constantly unused.
Yeah.
Still fairly unused?
Still unused a lot of the time. I have seen them on both sides using it, heard them on both sides using it, but still nowhere near as used as it should be.
Well, this family, I don't know how much they used or didn't use their pool, but their neighbor was not quite as considerate as you are because a Texas man came home to an unexpected sight. Strangers taking a dip in his backyard pool. On a forum entitled People on Reddit, the man shared that the incident happened 2 weeks after he and his wife had bought their new house, which came with a pool, which is a big part of their search criteria. It was a major reason they bought the house. Less than a month after they bought the property, him and his wife and his daughters took a trip to visit family in California. While he remained home, one night when he came back from work, he heard splashing and screaming. It sounded like people and kids playing in the pool. However, he didn't think anything of it because his neighbors also have a pool. He just assumed it was one of them. So after a while, he decides to go outside to investigate, and there they were. The parent told them that the previous owner of the property said they could use the pool whenever they wanted. The man then told them he recently bought the house and that the invite was no longer valid, which did not go over well with the stranger who told him, come on, man, my kids just want to swim. And they had been swimming here for years. Still, the owner of the property suggested they go to the community pool or get their own pool. The group still refused to get out of the homeowner's pool until they threatened to call the police. He said the trespasser responded by saying, come on, man, these are kids. You don't have to be a jerk. In an update that he shared, he had taken additional measures to ensure the trespassers would stay out by putting in a 6-foot-tall wooden privacy fence with locked gates and signs that say no trespassing all over them.
Before you say, oh, what a Karen, he should let the kids swim. Think about the overly litigious era we're in right now. And one of those kids slips on the pool deck and breaks his leg. They sue the homeowner,
Dude, I hated the fact that my parents would tell other kids that I didn't necessarily want to hang out with that they could come swim in the pool whenever they wanted. Because we had a pool when we were younger. And in Michigan, there's not as many pools as Florida. So if you've got a pool, your house is the house that everybody wants to go to. And my mom was friends with a lady up the road, and I wasn't friends with the kids at all. And she told them they could come use the pool. So it'd be the middle of summer, and me and my friends are in there doing playing hair sharks or whatever games we played, and then here would come this girl and her friends, She was redheaded. That didn't have anything to do with it, though. And they would just they would make a mockery of my pool and just take it over, and I hated it. And I didn't know why we had to let other kids swim in our pool.
Let me give you the other side of that. We were one of the only pools on my street, and it made me instantly popular.
Yeah, I mean,
kids all of a sudden want to hang out at my house.
It does work. I mean, that thing. There was a lot of our pool in our yard became the place to be. And, you know, whether or not that had anything to do with us, I never really thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Now I'm questioning whether any of my friends throughout my life were actually friends, or if they just wanted to hang out at my pool.
Yeah, I never questioned it 1 minute. I knew they only wanted to hang out with me because we had a pool. I mean, we'd play Nerf ball and stuff, but
man, we've been trying to find, because our pool, you've seen our pool.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great, but it's a great chilling pool. It's not necessarily like we're looking for an activity in there. So I went and bought like a super cheesy basketball hoop that didn't really work. And then we got this water cornhole board that didn't really work.
Okay.
And I've been wondering if maybe I want to try a volleyball net in there. Like I'm looking for a pool activity of sorts. Because I mean, it couldn't house a game of catch like you would like to.
I love some catch.
I know, but it wouldn't be able to house a proper catch game like that.
No, I think pool volleyball is probably your best bet. I feel like there's a pool game that we're overlooking, but I don't know what it is.
I mean, Marco Polo is pretty standard. I mean, that's not going to be good enough.
No, making love to the pool hose, classic.
To the pool, and that was the
jets.
That was the blowhole, right?
Yeah,
that wasn't the that wasn't the sucking hole.
No,
that was
for blowing.
That was the blowhole.
Yeah,
yeah. We'll find it. Once I find the proper activity for the pool, I'll make sure that I loop you in.
I feel like it's a pool specific game. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you're going to find a good pool specific game.
I sure hope so, man. White people problems. Man, this is right up our alley. And I've got to imagine, it doesn't say this, but I bet you there are a lot of Americans going to a place like this. Spanish police announced on Monday that they had dismantled a group accused of running a spiritual retreat that offered hallucinogenic drugs and dangerous frog venom to clients from around the world. The gang is suspected of operating a villa in the southeastern town of Perugia, charging over $1,160 for multi-day vacation stays that included consumption of ayahuasca, San Pedro cactus, and frog venom known as kambo. The retreats were held in groups of up to 20 participants who were attended by 6 employees that ran the deal on the organization during what they called astral journeys. A photo released by the police showed a large room with several mattresses on the floor, along with water bottles and tissue boxes with a guitar leaned up against the wall. Police said the investigation began last March after receiving a complaint from a victim. If you paid to go there. As a result, officers discovered a company that advertised itself as an intentionally renowned spiritual retreat organization and boasted awards. Police said the group held several retreats a week without the means to respond to intoxications and generated hundreds of thousands of euros in undeclared income last year. Dude, this kind of reminds me of the was it 9 Perfect Strangers?
Oh, yeah.
The one with Nicole Kidman? Because remember, they were like giving people too much, and then when they got sick, they didn't really have the people there to take care of them. You know, they did a second season of that, by the way.
Is it out?
It's been out. It's been out for
but
probably...
no Nicole Kidman.
No, with Nicole Kidman. It's probably been out for like half a year.
Oh.
It's been out for a long time.
Michael Shannon in it?
No, it's a whole new cast, and I don't remember if there was anybody in the second season that caught my eye. We started it. We're notorious for starting shows, so don't have that be a reason why we didn't complete it.
Right.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody of note that you remember, because the first one was great.
I loved it.
Who else was in it? Michael Shannon.
Lady from Saturday Night Live, that larger lady.
Oh, yes.
Mary McKinnon.
No, funny lady. She did the movie with Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
People know who we're talking about, sadly. The bigger lady who did the movie with Jason Bateman.
That's her.
That's exactly who did it.
Did you watch the Aaron Rodgers documentary?
I never did. I know. He probably went to this place.
Well, yeah, they show an ayahuasca trip that he went on, and he took a couple of NFL players with him that he knows.
Oh, really?
And they were all like beating drums and playing music and stuff. It's really interesting.
Dude, I am so intrigued to know, there were videos going viral within the last couple of weeks of him at practice and people saying he looked old and slow as hell. I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as to say that I'm rooting for him, but to see him have one last legitimate run, I think would be interesting.
Yeah, and if you watch this documentary on Netflix, you'll definitely root for him. He is very misunderstood, and an incredibly likable guy. Very smart.
So these retreats promoted the promise of a mystical experience and health benefits that drew clients from around the world, mostly from Europe and America. Police arrested 2 men and a woman suspected of leading the group and placed 5 other people under investigation for allegedly acting as spiritual guides at the retreat. The thing is that I don't know. It's almost like the police, there was no, like, you can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, they're saying you're acting as a spiritual guide.
Right.
Like, they technically could have been. Like, you could have gone there and had a great experience and then leave there believing that they were spiritual guides. But because what they were doing was inherently illegal, they just can't actually be called that. Dude, they seized 11 liters of ayahuasca, 117 San Pedro cactus.
I got one of them.
Do you really?
I do.
You have, like, in your house?
On my lanai.
What? Like, did you get it to ever?
Yes.
When did you get it?
A couple of years ago. Birdie and I have.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. We're kind of scared. Like it's bloomed. It's ready to go. Our buddy Matt, says he knows what to do to make tea out of it.
Oh, it's mescaline.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is super fun.
Oh, wow. Well, if it says, this is from the Alcohol and Drug Foundation, so they're going to tell you bad things.
What do they say?
A psychedelic drug, which means it can affect all senses, altering a person's thinking, sense of time, and emotions. Psychedelics can cause a person to hallucinate, see or hear things that do not exist. Okay, these things all sound cool.
Yep.
So the fresh or dried buttons are chewed or soaked in water to produce a liquid.
Oh,
so is this peyote?
I reckon.
Peyote buttons can also be ground into a white powder that can be placed into capsules to be swallowed or smoked with cannabis or tobacco. Has a bitter taste, so putting it into capsules is a better experience. Euphoria, increased energy, perceptual distortions, space and time distortion.
I'm a fan of all that.
Oh, dude. So that's just chilling. Does it have a life? Do you know?
I don't know, man. We've not watered it because it's a cactus, and it's in some sunlight, and
it's living.
It's very much living. It started as a little guy like that, and now it's a whole family.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I don't see any buttons or anything. We just sit there and we look at it on the lanai like, I'm scared.
Oh, dude, one night you're going to do something that's
I know.
going to make you it's just going to lead you to eat that thing.
I hope so.
You're just going to be sitting there one night and be like, I gotta eat this bad boy.
If you ever come over, that'll be the night.
Dude, that would be fun.
Right? Yeah. Big San Pedro party. But the uncertainty is what gets me. Like, what if we do too much?
I think we might need somebody.
Like a shaman?
Or a shaman, or at least a sitter of sorts, so that if something does go awry, they could at least take us to wherever we needed to go.
Right, like a sober person, one sober
person, I think would be fine.
Maybe an indigenous American sober person, so they can show us everything to do, but then they don't want to take the plant themselves.
That'd be so fun.
Right? Let's find us a Native American.
If you're a Native American and want to help us on our spiritual journey, call now. Don't go anywhere. We come back. I got a few joints to still fire up. We're making way for Drew Garabo Live coming up at 4 o'clock today with 57% more Drew Garabo.
At least.
Man, this story about, there's a balance. This story comes from the same loins of the idea of, if my kids are partying at my house, or if I know what they're doing, then that makes it less bad. The care packs that parents are setting up for their kids before they send them to college, you might think this is bad parenting, but it might just be accepting the inevitable. And I'll tell you what is in those care packs when we come back with more John's Joints.
Great tease.
Learn from the best, baby. Morning Show Boot Camp, where you at?
Do you wanna come? Do you wanna come? I've been riding on a...
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. You can win a cabin on Calta Cruise 19. Visit Stingray Chevrolet and scan the QR code on the Calta Cruise display to enter. While you're there, find the vehicle that's right for you from their selection of new and used cars. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Accident activity continues in southern Pinellas from a crash affecting both directions of 22nd Avenue South or Gulfport Boulevard at 53rd Street. Our earlier Hillsborough problems are all pretty much out of the way now. There's just the usual building late afternoon volume on the interstates. But if you're heading south in the Manatee County, be aware that the right lane southbound on US 41 has been blocked with emergency vehicles between Buckeye Road and Piney Point Road. We're in good shape along the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
Brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% off roof replacements and monthly payments as low as $170 based on a $15,000 roof value. Storm season is here. Check them out at universalroof.com.
Looking to upgrade your yard? Fence Outlet specializes in stunning new fence installations at competitive prices. Don't just fence in your yard, transform it. Quality fences that add style, privacy, and an upgrade to every home. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Cat name Mo for All American Gunslingers, the #1 gun range in Newport Richey. You can sign up now for the free concealed carry course. It's $25 for the range fee, and you'll get a free target, plus a chance to get a free gift for attending. The Florida Constitutional Carry doesn't cover it, but a Florida concealed carry permit expedite the waiting process when you want to purchase a firearm. And you know, when you want a firearm, you want it now. Classes are every Wednesday and Saturday from 12 to 3. Sign up today at AAGunslingers.com. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom. It's America.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpracticed your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar this Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Tampa AC Hotel by Marriott, 4020 West Boy Scout Boulevard, 1-800-875-PASS. CamtechSchool.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Experience Monster Jam live and become a fan for life with an ultimate day of family fun at the Amalie Arena on August 15th through the 17th. Get ready to cheer, scream, and be amazed as massive Monster Jam trucks and world champion drivers take over Tampa for a weekend packed with high-flying action and jaw-dropping stunts.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
SunToyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Typical mid-August weather on the way. Sunshine in the mornings. Clouds will build. A scattering of afternoon storms. Highs low to mid-90s. And nighttime lows around 80.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Yeah, I'm terrified of how I'm gonna look when I'm old. I can't even see you because the room's full of smoke.
I sent the video to you last week, Drew, of this, a live version of this. The new album came out. Have you heard the album version? I keep hitting 2 instead of 4, sorry.
I have. I listened to it actually today on my way in. I love this song, Starman.
Baby, I want something else.
He's super talented.
Dude. I don't know which direction it's going to go because I know this exact sound is not for everybody, but I think MGK is a couple decisions away from being one of the most famous people on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when he does these interviews, and now he seems even more comfortable, and I think he's clean at the moment. I don't know how much you saw of him sitting down with Jimmy Fallon, but he just is so damn likable, and we picked up on that when we met him the couple times that we did, and I've seen him even outside of the video I sent you tell the story long form of how he had been working on talking to Stephen Jenkins about getting this sample for such a long time. And finally, I think there was an understanding that he would let Stephen Jenkins listen to it before he released it or did anything with it, even after he got the sign off. And it was during the wildfires. So I guess he had to drive for hours and through all these detours to eventually make it to Stephen Jenkins where he could play this song. And the song, I think that song deserves second life. I don't know if this will be a radio hit or not, but I think the song is great and can translate to a new generation that might not know a bunch about it.
I could see this becoming a radio hit on today's alternative rock radio for sure.
I think so.
It made me go back to Hotel Diablo and listen to a couple of tracks off that, and I'll tell you, he spits bars.
And
man.
this, this album, Lost Americana, I think it came out last Friday. I listened to probably every one on it. A couple little semblances of rap here or there, but he is definitely in this. I guess you just call it alternative.
Yeah.
It to me has vibes of the music that you like from the 80s. Like it's got new wave type influences with those drum machines and stuff. I also think that MGK became victim of the same exact thing that the Fred Durst and the Nickelbacks became, where there was this moment in time that maybe we're coming out of a little bit where it was just cool to hate MGK. Like MGK is a douchebag. We hate MGK. And I don't know that anybody actually knows why. I mean, he's eccentric. He's,
fashionable.
What all those things, I don't know. Maybe you think he ditched rap. Maybe you think Marshall Mathers ruined his career. All those things you hear about him. But I think there will be a resurgence of MGK where people will see more of the character and because of that fall in love with the music.
By the time he retires, he will have sold and streamed more than Marshall Mathers. Fact of life. He's going to get radio play. He's already gotten radio play. He's going to get more.
That's a hot take.
That's how you win that rap battle.
That's a hot take. Dude, it would be so great to see that revisited one day. Because, he says that he has a rap album. Like, he has a rap album. I almost wonder if it does become about what works best. And it's playing the game to a certain extent. Because I don't know. Like, so this song and the other songs he does, it can get played on probably a Magic or a 97X.
Sure.
And everywhere in between. He comes out with a straightforward rap song.
Yeah.
I don't think that the hip-hop stations are going to necessarily play it. And there's a way to be famous and have music without being played on radio, but I think he's also in that lane where these songs are all blowing up on radio, and there's value that comes with it. So I just think he's coming out of his shell, and people are going to look at him and go, okay, this guy's not a douchebag. He's actually a really warm, great guy.
And obviously he's going to show us the best side of him because we're radio people and we can go report back. But in those moments where we met him a couple of times, he could not have been any cooler.
And it seems like it's coming out. Like, it feels, and I'm not tuned into every MGK interview that he's done throughout his entire life, but it feels like the stuff that he's done pertaining to this album feels a little bit more like the real guy that we've got a chance to meet a couple times. I want to rapid fire through a couple things. I have audio real quick. This happened, I believe, in California. We're big. I don't know if we wouldn't call us Coyote supporters. We like to talk about Coyotes. We don't know what to do about them. This situation in Carson, California, a young kid was watching his sibling play softball, and next thing you know, he was in the jaws of a coyote.
Oh.
Dude, if this doesn't play, I swear I'm leaving early.
No, don't do it.
I'm leaving
No,
early.
this next guy sucks. Don't do it.
The rain is so bad. He found himself in the jaws of a coyote.
That's what it sounded like when a 6-year-old boy was attacked by a coyote on a playground. This happened during a softball game on Monday. His mother ultimately stopped the attack.
NBC4's Hetty Chang live in San Pedro outside of the family's home with an update now on how that little boy is doing. Hetty.
Kathy and Colleen, talk about a brave little boy. We just got a chance to meet 6-year-old Enoch Palomir. He's in pretty good spirits, still pretty shaken up considering what he just went through on Monday evening. Certainly terrifying moments. Here's more of that cell phone video that was shared with us by his mom and the other parent who recorded
Dude,
the
you
video.
can I don't know what's going on, but you can see, like, in the dugout of the where they're playing baseball, there's just all this ruckus, like, right behind it. You can just see the shadows of him literally fighting off this coyote. And they talked to the kid in here in a second.
Enoch?
Yeah, they talked to Enoch himself.
What a weird name. Enoch was playing on the playground with his mother nearby when the coyote repeatedly bit Enoch from behind. The 6-year-old had to get 20 stitches in his legs, the back of his head, and his back. Enoch's mom says he's had to get a series of rabies shots. Enoch says he thought at first it was a dog running toward him, but he quickly realized it was a coyote.
I was trying to kick it to leave, and I was trying to scream at it to get scared and run away. And when I screamed at it didn't work.
Dude, I don't want to pile on a little kid.
Yeah.
But if you watch the video, dude, this kid has total vampire fangs. This kid looks like a vampire. He could have easily bit back on this coyote and probably had a chance. Against it. And his mom ended up just screaming at it, and it went away. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be traumatized for the rest of his life, but what a story. Like, when you get older, you'll be able to tell people that you were attacked by a coyote when you were 6 years old.
Maybe he didn't have the fangs before that. Maybe he became a were-coyote.
Oh, dude,
You know?
I didn't think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's a great, the werewolf era, it's been done, but the coyotes, with as prevalent as they are in the cities now, dude, a young boy that gets bit by a coyote that then becomes a boyote. Boyote.
Boyote's the name
dude,
of
that's
the movie.
good.
Oh, my God.
That's really good, dude.
Boyote.
Dude, I think we're onto something. I teased it, so let me give it to you real quick. Pencils, notebooks, Narcan. Concerned parents of incoming college freshmen are preparing kits for their kids to go off to college that are full of things you might not approve of, like Narcan, the life-saving nasal spray for the back-to-school list this year, along with condoms, Plan B, and a bunch more modern must-haves that might have been unthinkable a generation ago. And that's fine. They have an interview with this girl named Summer, who's 20 years old, who's headed off to campus for the first time. And her mom packed her a, what do they call them? The college survival kit that is going viral on TikTok, where they're putting a bunch of Narcan, condoms, and Plan B in their in their kids' kits. And it's you hate to think, maybe it feels like you're supporting it, but you'd rather give it to your kids and them not need it than you not give it to your kids and then they need it. And then they tell these stories of these college kids who maybe have never done coke, don't think they're really that crazy. They do a little bump ski at a frat party, and next thing you know, they're flopping around on the front lawn because they got some fentanyl. And if mama would have packed them a little Narcan, they might have been okay.
Back in the 70s, I'm sure you could trust your cocaine. You know what I mean? Like you could trust it was probably pure Colombian cocaine. Nowadays, they're leaning on it with everything from rat poison to fentanyl. It sucks, but you want your kids to be safe if they're going to indulge.
Yeah, and the people that they reference in this article say that you are inadvertently giving these kids the green light to experiment. I think there's probably a fine line between giving them the green light and living in the real world. You know, like I think even if you have it in your mind that your kid would never do any of this, it feels like the most helicopter of helicopter parents would still go, well, just in case.
Right.
We know you won't. Hopefully you don't. But if you do, and God forbid, then we want you to be safe. Which I didn't know it was you could just hit it with some nasal spray.
Me either.
Oh, damn.
Narcan nasal spray?
Yeah,
Just
man.
fire that bad boy on up
I didn't know it was so easy. I'd been avoiding all these hard drugs. Little did I know there was a nasal spray that could have opened up a whole world of drugs for me.
The condoms in the Plan B, that's just smart.
That
right
is,
there.
I mean,
because they're going to bang like crazy.
They're going to bang, and
my God.
You don't want to. I mean, you got babies coming along. And
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're like Margot, who's got to go get an off the beaten path one because of your high school boyfriend.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dude, the scene where Sophie was just outside watching the 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, we're talking about The Hunting Wives on which I still think is like in the top 2 or 3.
Oh, it
shows.
is number 2.
Yeah, it's.
I'll watch it again. I don't care.
Yeah.
So good.
You can just check the scenes.
Episode
Just go back
7
and hit a couple scenes here and there. All right, do not go anywhere.
Yeah.
Drew Garabo Live is coming up next with your host, Drew Garabo. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody in the chat room today. Thank you. Diz hopefully will be returning tomorrow. Hopefully with the rain out there, he's not still underneath an overpass somewhere in St. Petersburg. But before we get out of here, it brings us great joy to spread the good word of our good buddy, Jeff Borum.
We love Jeff Borum. He is the guy who's going to help sell your home. He's going to help you find a new home. How does he do it? With an incredible network. He's Jeff Borum.
You know, it is very important right now in the Tampa Bay area to have somebody that you can first and foremost trust. Somebody who's going to want to take away all of the stress. Because if you go out there, God forbid you try to go for sale by owner, your life is going to be full of stress. But with Team Borum and that masterful marketing machine, if you're selling, they have a list of potential qualified buyers that will, really increase the likelihood of you being able to sell that home in the right period of time. And if you're buying, you want someone that knows the areas, the best school zones, the flood zones, the hot zips, as they call them in the biz. No matter what's got you thinking about the world of real estate, the answer is Team Borum.
Powered by EXP Realty, Team Borum has a buyer for your home, and you have not even listed it yet. Google it right now, BORHAM. Team Borum will give you options: buy your home, sell your home, rent your home, and there's no risk. They'll let you out of the contract at any time. Google it right now, and you can be packing tonight. BORHAMT Borum.
Did you share that video, by the way, that we were talking about right before we came back from the live show?
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
No. Did you want me to?
No. I just wasn't sure if it was something we would mention, because it does involve me in an owl thong. Remember, that's what I was wearing underneath during all of the strip poker.
Oh, I do.
And that was how many years ago?
8.
8 years ago, I was in an owl thong in the Performance Theater playing strip trivia with Miss Liz.
Who would have thought it?
Dude, life comes at you quick, kids. Who would have thought? Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to the bone. Drew Garabo Live coming up next.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. It's the time of year when stuff comes back. School, football, hockey, pumpkin spice, and the Bone Bonus. Listen to The Bone for details on how you can win $1,000 5 times a day. The Bone Bonus returns Monday, August 25th. The keywords start at 8 a.m. Come get your cash. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Accident activity continues in southern Pinellas from a crash affecting both directions of 22nd Avenue South or Gulfport Boulevard at 53rd Street. Our earlier Hillsborough problems are all pretty much out of the way now. There's just the usual building late afternoon volume on the interstates. But if you're heading south in the Manatee County, be aware that the right lane southbound on US 41 has been blocked with emergency vehicles between Buckeye Road and Piney Point Road. We're in good shape along the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
Rear-ended by a dump truck. A man suffered brain damage no MRI could detect. Farah and Farah used expert medical evidence to uncover the rare condition and secured $5.7 million. Let Farah cook, Tampa. For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar this Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Tampa AC Hotel by Marriott, 4020 West Boy Scout Boulevard, 1-800-875-PASS. CamtechSchool.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Don't miss the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 24 monthly, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A Tampa Bay and your local Ford dealers. Save up to $10 on tickets with a savings coupon from participating Ford dealerships. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Emily Arena this weekend. Lock in your seats today.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history, the driver's last shot at the playoffs, your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sick and tired about the weather knocking out power or even worse, damaging appliances. Call Climate Design Home Services at 727-295-1572 or visit climatedesign.com. Not only can Climate Design protect your appliances and home's electrical system with a whole home surge protector, but they can also install standby generators. Climate Design Home Services is your go-to home services provider when it comes to storm preparation. Don't risk your power and your valuable appliances during this year's storm season. Give Climate Design Home Services a call today and get the electrical protection that your home needs. Again, it's 727-295-1572 or climatedesign.com, 727-295-1572 or climatedesign.com.
Summer is here, and so is the Honda Summer Event. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Honda your first stop and drive a new Honda Pilot, $479 per month, or a new Honda Accord, just $269 per month. Test drive your new Honda today at Crown Honda, online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato.
Wow. Your future Olympian. and your future best in show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
At Brandon Honda, we have lenders for every credit situation. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get zero down deals on any new vehicle in stock. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. And we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. We have over 600 vehicles to choose from and over 50 lenders, all competing to get you the best deal possible. Get your guaranteed credit approval at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-280-0850 for more information.
CAD name mode for C4MH.com. That stands for the Centers for Men's Health, and key to a man's health is proper testosterone levels. So many decisions you wish you had started when you were younger. Well, you're never going to be younger than you are today. So start today resetting to when you were younger by going to C4MH.com and making an appointment to check your testosterone. That's all they do, so you know it's done right. $45 gets you blood work and a doctor's appointment, and if your levels are low, it's 2 shots a month. That's it, to ensure your energy is up, to promote muscle growth after workouts, to improve your performance in the bedroom, and most importantly, to maintain a mental state that has you feeling like the world is yours. You know, like when you were younger. Look at testosterone as a time machine and C4MH as the vehicle that will get you back to a future that is back to you. Today is the day.